to justice. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Stop what you're doing and head to Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery during the Start Something New sales event. Right now, save up to $11,000 on select 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees. Perfect for the family life and weekend adventures. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. Must finance with Stellantis Financial. Payments plus taxes, title, and fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2026. Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. Family driven.
You officially survived the holidays, but the same can't really be said for your carpet. Instead of playing What's That Mystery Stain, why not ring in the new year while you bring in new flooring from Prattville Carpet? Get unbeatable prices during their New Year's sale, and when you purchase Mohawk Smart Strand Carpet, ask about the free upgrade to a free pet pad.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Step into the new year with new floors. Shop PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Hi folks, this is Rick Clark with Clark Heating, Air Conditioning and Plumbing. I'd like to take just a minute to talk to you about our experience with Blue Water Broadcasting. One of the hot topics in our staff meetings is spending advertising dollars. If your company or firm is anything like Clark Heating, Air Conditioning and Plumbing, those dollars are limited, so you have to spend them wisely. That's why we choose Blue Water Broadcasting. Our marketing analysis has proven consistently that spending advertising dollars with Blue Water Broadcasting has contributed significantly to our bottom line. And for that, Clark Heating, Air Conditioning and Plumbing is truly grateful. So, if you want to spend your advertising dollars wisely, choose Blue Water Broadcasting and see the difference.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark, broadcasting live out of Blue Water Broadcasting Studios in Montgomery, Alabama, and it is a rainy day with storms, especially some winter storming coming our way, affecting the entire country, but definitely going to affect the northern part of the state. We rely on Rich Thomas here, and he will give the latest how far south this thing might come, but it will definitely affect many parts of the state. By the way, Trump got his deal. He knows the art of the deal. He has a deal on Greenland, and not just Greenland, but the entire Arctic. Pretty amazing. And then, of course, Trump standing up at the Board of Peace today. The folks that stormed that church in Minneapolis, the two organizers have been arrested by the federal DOJ, has pushed that through. Pam Bondi just announced the arrest of those two agitators. And, of course, Trump, this came out from the Daily Wire, the Trump administration is ending the use of aborted baby tissue in federally funded research, so that is a good step in the right direction. The Clintons, Bill and Hillary, have been held in contempt of Congress, but the question is, will the DOJ do its part? Barron Trump apparently saved some woman's life. Trump is seeking regime change in communist Cuba by the end of the year. J.D. Vance is traveling through the Midwest. He's in Ohio, about to go to Minneapolis. And then a little later, we're going to watch, because I'm running behind today, we're going to watch Elon Musk sit down in Davos, first time in Davos for Musk at the World Economic Forum. And so we'll just kind of watch, react, and do that live. Eddie should be joining me a little bit later. But joining us now, as we kick off every Thursday for the most part, we have the one, the only Erica Thomas with 1819 News. Erica, how you doing?
Howdy, Joey. I'm just preparing for what might happen this weekend. I've been watching that weather like crazy. Can't wait to hear what Rich Thomas has to say. But in the meantime, I have been watching this viral video from like 8 years ago You might remember it. There was this woman, I think it was like a snowstorm coming, and they asked her, what are you going to do this weekend, and how are you going to prepare? And she said, oh, I don't know. I think we'll just stay home, make soup, eat bread and desserts, and get all fat and sassy. And I have just listened to that over and over again because that is my plan. I want to get fat and sassy this weekend.
Fat and sassy. I'm with you. I'm on a regiment right now, but with a cold weekend where it's raining outside, why not? Read a good book, watch some movies, get fat and sassy. Is there a particular comfort food you go for?
I would say, definitely like her, soups are going to do it for me. I love making chili ahead of time because for me, chili heated up is just better than it is, as soon as you make it. So I think chili is my go-to for sure. If you use some of that Sargento cheese with the hot sauce in it, it'll really warm you up. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. Do you think, because you worked for years, as you told me, with, I believe, James Spann, who's well-known around these parts, Rich knows him, what do you think is coming? Because it's affecting the whole nation, but I think the northern part of the state is going to get hit pretty good.
Yeah, well, this forecast has continued to change every day. It looks a little better and better, but for that north part of Alabama, they have just issued, the National Weather Service issued an ice storm warning, and that's going to be for that far northwest corner of Alabama, Franklin, Colbert, Lauderdale counties. So we're going to see some freezing rain Saturday. And this is going to be a prolonged thing. It's not going to be like what we're used to. It snows Friday morning and then it's all gone by the afternoon. This is going to be something we're going to see coming through starting on Friday, and we'll have to watch it throughout the weekend. In fact, it probably won't even move out of the state until Sunday night, possibly Monday morning. So we're looking at some serious travel hazards that could happen in that area. Be sure to go ahead, get your bread and milk so you can make your milk sandwiches this weekend. Go ahead and get your gas filled up in your car. Just be prepared. Have water, have blankets. I'm sure we're going to see some power outages with the system as it moves through, and the temperatures are going to drop really rapidly Sunday. So that's going to be something. It's not going to be over Saturday. Look into Sunday, keep watching. And I will say, watch Rich Thomas because he is the man. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, and he's been joining Greg Budell live at 3 every day this week, so he'll give the latest update, especially for the local area folks. And now I want to shift gears to some of the stories you've been doing. In a second, we'll get to the moonshine. But we often talk about on this show, because it's sometimes fun to joke and sometimes also, a serious issue for health of the nation, weight loss. And it looks like the Better Business Bureau of North Alabama is trying to deal with this story. We've talked about it before, but it was fake GLP-1 products. It's one thing to use the real GLP-1 products like an Ozempic, or there's many other things that are even better now. But this was folks giving out fake stuff claiming it was the real thing.
That's right. And this is one of those things where you go online, you're looking for this miracle drug that your neighbor down the street or the lady that works at the bank took. She lost 200 pounds over the summer, and you want to do that too. So people are getting desperate, but these GLP-1s are really expensive. So fraudsters have found new ways to scam people out of money for these things, and it's a dangerous way. Now, the Better Business Bureau says usually when people order these fake products that are either in pill form and some are in injection form, typically they don't end up spending anything at all. They just take your money and run. But sometimes they are sending these fake products, and so it's extremely important, they say, to make sure you get your drugs, get all your medication, get your prescriptions, because you do have to have a prescription for these things. Get them from a legitimate doctor, someone you know. Speak with your doctor about any online pharmacies you might be using, because that's what they kind of set these online pharmacies up to look legit, and then they are not.
Yes, be aware, folks, because it is easy to get confused and tricked, especially online, because you're not dealing with a person. And if the site looks legitimate enough, and here's a doctor in the chat talking with you, maybe you should double check what's going on there. And especially, it's one thing if it just doesn't work. They're giving you like sugar pills or whatever. But it's another thing if it's something that's actually harming you. You don't even know what you're putting in your body, and always need to be aware of those problems there. Now, that doesn't really fit with our getting fat and sassy over the cold weekend. We can do the GLP, the real ones, after the fat and sassy cold weekend.
That's right.
Now, there's also this story about moonshining. How much moonshine was found?
A lot. I think it was 81, let me look. 81 gallons. Yes, 81 gallons. So 81 jugs of moonshine.
Come, and I'm looking at the photo now. So this was a Florida man. He was busted in Ozark, Alabama.
And I always laugh when I see a headline that says Florida man, because you know it's going to be something good. I mean, there's like a whole Facebook page dedicated to Florida man. I think they might even have a website. So you know it's going to be good when it says Florida man. Now, why we can laugh about this is because the guy didn't hurt anybody, okay? Nobody's hurt. There's not really any victims here. This guy was transporting 81 gallons of moonshine through Alabama. He had left Florida. They have no clue where he was heading, but he got caught when he went through Ozark, and that is because the Ozark Police Department, they have a crime suppression unit, and this officer, Dylan Griffin, was paying attention, being very proactive in his law enforcement training, and noticed a traffic violation, and he said he was on Highway 231, so he pulled this guy over. He notices it kind of looks like those big vinegar jars or jugs in the back of the vehicle. It's the SUV, and he notices that, so, you know, it's in plain sight, so he has the ability to ask about that. And this fella, Learndis Hamilton is his name. So, Learndis is his, I've never heard that first name before, but I hope he learned that this state don't mess with moonshine. This is a prohibited liquor, and you cannot have it here. And he got busted. And so, yeah, it was an interesting story, to say the least.
Learndis or Leardis? Learndis Hamilton. That is, I've never heard that name before. Eddie, you ever heard that name before? Learndis?
I don't think I have, Joey.
Yeah, Learndis. Yeah, but I've got it pulled up on the stream, folks. You got one of the officers apprehended them. They guess it was in just normal grocery bags, and like that's a lot of shine right there.
Yeah.
Eddie, you got roots in the moonshine business at all? Anybody in
sure
your kin
I do.
that ever did that sort of thing?
Sure, I do. But the way I like to drink it, but that's a lot right there, Joey.
Now, Erica, you
I
got
know
anybody?
for sure. Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, have you talked to me for 5 minutes? Like, clearly. My great-grandfather was a pastor that made moonshine.
There you go.
And
Daddy was a wheelman. Yep.
Yeah, we still have some of his, like, peppermint stuff that you use when you get sick.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a thing, you know. And actually, Randolph County, which is my home county, it was one of the last in the state to remain dry for a long time. It's a wet county now, but yeah, I mean, they held on to that for a long time, as long as they could.
Now, trying to move into a more wholesome direction, a story that's trending here, a local Mobile pastor got a nod, a shout-out from the President of the United States.
Yes, and this is a pastor that I have actually been around a good bit myself. Went to Atlanta to hear him. I've been, you know, all around, actually in West Palm Beach the night of the election. So this guy has followed around President Donald Trump since before this last election and prayed for him, you know, placed his hands on him and prayed for him. He was there in the Oval Office when Trump signed some really important documents allowing there to be a religious liberty commission. So we've covered him several times. He's in Mobile. He's the pastor of Pathway Church, and they have several different satellite churches. I know I've been to the one in Foley. It's amazing. If anybody gets down there, check it out. But they also have they stream live, so you can watch him anytime. But he almost speaks in like inspirational quotes when you're hearing him. You're going to leave church feeling like you've been to church.
Amen.
He's just on fire for the Lord, and he's really had this front row seat to President Donald Trump, you know, taking office again, and so it's just been incredible. And there was a New York Times article that came out recently featuring Pastor Johnson, and it was entitled, "An Alabama Pastor Credits Trump for Putting Christ Back in Christmas." And we've seen kind of how Donald Trump's religious self has kind of been reborn, throughout this second term. He didn't really talk about the Lord a lot before, but he's definitely been more open to it, especially after that, the time he was shot, and the Lord saved him, and then he became president again. Yeah. So that was kind of a big inspiration for him. And so we've seen this kind of like young Christian coming out of him, and he's really starting to grow. And so Pastor Johnson has noticed that, and he's just been thanking God so much that those prayers have gone answered. And we feel that, that our leader of our nation is looking to God and thanking God for everything we have. And like the start of the Religious Liberty Commission, that's a huge deal. It's important to know that your president is going to stand for your religious freedom, for you to be able to pray and express your faith all over the nation. And so that's what we're seeing with this article. It's just amazing. And I talked to Travis Johnson about it. He said he found out about the article all at once because as soon as it was published, he started getting text messages, just one after the other. He's like, my phone started blowing up, and it was at night. But he was really excited because, he wants to be that voice. Anything you can do to just spread the love of God and the word of God, that's what you want to do, and he's doing a great job doing it. So anybody from Alabama should be proud of Pastor Travis Johnson.
And, it plays into what the Trump DOJ just did. I'm sure you, like everybody else, saw the people storming that church in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Well, the DOJ has already arrested one of BLM organizer, Nekima Levy Armstrong. Bondi says that is a key organizer of this particular protest inside a church. And Chauntyll Allen, a member of the St. Paul School Board since 2020. Shocker. Yeah, no, some of these folks just feel entitled to go wherever they want and raise hell wherever they like. And I like that there are consequences.
Me too.
Yes, and it's good that we're seeing that. And I believe that is because of this administration. That is because of who President Trump has put into place. I feel that if this would have happened 2 years ago, we would not be seeing this outcome.
Agreed 1,000%.
You're here. Now, you've been watching it all as you've been, where are you at right now? Where are you at this week in Alabama?
At the moment, I'm sitting in front of the Monroeville City Hall. I'm a Harper Lee fan. I'm a writer, so, it's inspirational for me to be here. But I've been staying at Liberty Hall in Camden. And actually, I learned the technical name of where I was staying is Possum Bend.
Possum Bend.
Possum Bend. It's a beautiful place. I really kind of embraced their area. I'm assimilating with the people here. It's a different world, but it's a beautiful world. I love it. It's just there's so much culture here to soak up. There's no way I can get it all in the stories I'll be writing, but I'm hoping to be able to write several great feature stories to just share what this part of Alabama has to offer because there's so much.
Yeah, it's just a 80-something mile trek down 65 for us. So, very cool. Cool part of the state. And honestly, I need to travel more and see more of the state. I've been such a city boy sticking here into Montgomery. And, Eddie's sitting there nodding like, oh, you better believe it, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go to Liberty Hall. It's a bed and breakfast. It's
that sounds wonderful.
Amazing. It was built in the 1850s. It survived the Civil War.
Wow.
And the story about that is really interesting. I'm not going to tell it yet. I will tell it.
Okay.
I just can't wait to see what comes out of this trip. It's going to be amazing.
Well, I always appreciate your time, Erica, and all the reporting you do. You do a lot of work, and I appreciate it. And if folks want to check out that work or maybe have a lead or just some idea, want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
Well, first of all, head over to 1819news.com. Be sure to subscribe. You'll get an email every day of all our top stories. If you want to email me directly, you can go to any of my stories and look at the bottom, and my email address is right there. It's erica.thomas@1819news.com, or you can email all of us at news@1819news.com.
Here. Well, I appreciate it as always, Erica. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless. Again, Erica Thomas there of 1819news.com. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Just pretty good?
Yeah.
Not great?
Not great.
Yeah. And it's dreary outside. You going to get all fat and sassy like Erica was talking about over the cold weekend?
Probably, yes.
Yes.
I really want to stay in bed today and just, listen to the rain. But I don't want to stay there by myself, so wife had to go to work. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know. You don't ever want to do that? You don't ever want to just, you wake up and you're just like, I don't even want to get out of bed.
Every day.
Okay. Just making sure.
But it's not healthy. It's called depression.
I get it, but on days like today, it's just calling your name.
Now, in a second, what I want to do is I have yet to watch the sit-down with Elon Musk at the World Economic Forum. First time he's ever been to Davos, apparently.
Really?
For the World Economic Forum. Maybe he went to Davos or something.
Yeah, I figured something else, but I would
set up
figure
another
he'd been there
franchise,
before.
get another Lady Preggers over there.
How much money you got to have before you get invited to that thing?
A lot.
I guess.
Yeah, a lot. And then they pay for everything. That's what's
No,
so
Joey,
funny.
we pay for everything.
No, but that's what's so funny about that stuff. As soon as you get to a certain level of rich, you don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, I'm looking to get there, man.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't
Not
know.
even close, but
you got to be careful with that amount of money. But I'm interested to see what Elon has got to say about the future and sort of that economy, economics, innovation, but also the political side of things.
Okay.
I'm sure he threw a few jabs and what his companies are all about. As I went over at the beginning of the show, Trump is on a tear today because everybody, I see all the comments and stuff. It's like, he's so dumb about Greenland. What do we need Greenland? What is he even doing? He's an imperialist fascist. And and then like the guy who called him daddy, Mark Rutte. Said, we got a deal. Trump says, working with Mark Rutte, we have formed the framework of a future deal. And apparently it's going to include pretty much all of the Arctic, not just Greenland. And a lot of mineral rights.
Top of the world, baby.
Yes, and I think anywhere a U.S., I could be wrong about this, but anywhere the U.S. decides to plop down a military base, that will be sovereign American territory. So, Trump got what he wanted.
Hey, did you see Rubio got a new job?
What was he did?
He's going to be the nanny now for...
J.D. Vance?
Yes.
What, is he going to have to do the Buttigieg and wear one of those
I
fake
think he's going to wear the whole...
Why not just use a bottle? What is that?
I remember the
You know what I'm
thing.
talking about?
I remember that from
got
that
a fake boob
movie.
on, man. Like, just use a bottle.
That's creepy for everybody.
Yes, it is.
For everybody.
It's very creepy. Stop that. Just stop that right now. But then Trump, in rare form, just enjoying, I think, Davos. He was tired. He was like, no, he was relaxed.
He's ready to go, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Plus, he had to get home. His anniversary.
And he also stood up the Board of Peace.
You know who's in charge of the Board of Peace?
Trump. Yeah. And then you had Jared Kushner. It's a little bland. We could play it later if you want. Laying out, here's what the idea is.
I just
of
love
what this board's going to do. But he lays out some of like the digital renderings of here's how we envision Gaza.
Yeah.
And laid out a large flow chart. Like I've seen this, my dad doing his civil engineering work, kind of like the phasing. And And they're like, a lot of the other Arab nations have built this in 3 years. So if Hamas disarms, now that's the big if, and that's what they're
big ugly if
working on right now. But if they disarm, they're like, we'll get this done very quick. We'll start with Rafah. We'll start adding to the big cities, and it's got a lot of zoning plans for industrial, for resort, shorefront, for residential, big,
beach
nice,
condos,
developed things. Like, and look at Dubai. Look at a lot of these modern Arab cities, Muslim cities, and they're remarkable.
Look at Turkey. I couldn't believe when we left Turkey in '83. Turkey was still really, really, really behind. Somebody sent me a picture of Turkey like 15 years later. Dude, they had leaped over the United States as far as the modernization of that country. I could not believe it.
And then Trump today, I think, coming off the just victories and telling those globalist elites what's what. He's got a True Social post out about Jack Smith, the prosecutor who's in front of Congress.
He's not looking well, by the way.
No, he's not doing. Barry Moore was grilling him a second ago.
Good.
And of course, it's Jim Jordan's committee, and Jack Smith he's looking grim. Yeah, he's looking a little shallow
well,
face.
man. Yeah,
like he hasn't been sleeping very well.
Right.
Trump also, though, he put out 3 different long Truth Social posts about fake polls. Fake polls should be illegal. I'm suing a lot, and now I'm going to sue the New York Times, CNN for their stupid fake poll. It's never been kind to me. And I'm kind of here for it. Don't pass a law banning it, but if you want to sue them and show your methodology is purposely, intentionally crap to sway public opinion, not to actually give accurate information, I would love that practice to come to a halt.
How many people really take... I've never been one that can take polls for what they're worth.
And you're right on that.
I just can't.
Yeah. So we got plenty to get into, but in a second I want to get into Mr. Musk over there at the World Economic Forum. First, let's hit this break. We'll be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Did you know the current national average turn time to close on a mortgage is 48 business days? But not at Alabama Home Mortgage. At Alabama Home Mortgage, our average close time is 16 business days. That's a month faster than the rest. How do we do it? With over 60 years of combined experience in the industry. Our team knows mortgages. Our years of experience yield a better experience for our customers. Folks, time is money. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, don't waste time with another mortgage company, bank, or credit union. We close on time, every time. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our fast turn time is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector.
That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig?
No, but it looks like you do.
And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich?
What's that?
I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man.
You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist?
That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest.
You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience.
Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold.
That's right, man.
And I can see that you don't have very much experience.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich.
Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first.
You think he's got a shovel?
Never know till you ask.
I dig, man.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Are you getting ready to put your home up for sale? Remember the 6 Ps. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, painting where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. Pay for part of the closing cost and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for your needs. And 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
When something goes wrong with your home's plumbing, it can throw off the whole house. Luke Wire has taken care of plumbing needs for River Region families for decades with their trusted technicians and 24/7 emergency services. From clogged drains to broken pipes and water heater issues, Luke Wire is there when your family needs them most. Get back to normal, fast. Whatever you require, call Luke Wire. AL license number 22154.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. A series of disturbances will keep us wet at times over the next few days. The risk of rain today, mainly through midday. High temperature up to about 59. Then another surge of rain comes in tonight and then departed today on Friday with another high of 59 on Friday. Then another disturbance brings in more rain by Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. I think the main event will be Sunday with rain and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the 50s. Colder air on Sunday night. Maybe a brief winter mix before the precipitation ends. Low in the lower 20s and a very cold day on Monday as Arctic air moves in. We could be in the teens Monday night. Wow. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. This is Agitator.
Hey, buddy.
In a second, we'll get to Mr. Elon Musk over there at Davos, the World Economic Forum. Right now, I'm just imagining Eddie eating whatever to that song, what
Tub
you
of
just
icing?
described. Yeah, you had a tub of icing last night.
Little tubs, you know.
No, I can seriously see you, like...
Oh, I'm going at it.
A spoon? Or just your fingers?
Hell, let me go ahead and tell you how lazy I was. All the dishes were in the dishwasher, so I used the butter knife.
Let's get off this right now. You're embarrassing yourself. Let's go to Clint on line 1. Hey, Clint, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man.
My question is, Newsom, governor of California, why was he even at the summit?
He was trying to raise his profile and be like the guy who's fighting back against Trump and team, and I think it blew up in his face big time.
It did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but what good did it do him? I said, damn, why is you there, dude? I mean,
I think his idea is if you take the fight to Trump and show you're not afraid of the lion's den, so to speak, you'll be rewarded. But again, I think he's trying to use more, harsh language, like dirty language like Trump uses.
Yeah, and then say we need to tone that down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then after he was asked to his face, Secretary Bessent, Scott Bessent described you as Patrick Bateman with Sparkle Beach Ken, and his response was like, oh, who said that? The Secretary of the Treasury said that this is the sort of playful stuff. It's like, no, Gavin, you've been playing the same games for months now. You don't get to act all high and mighty.
Exactly.
Because it's accurate.
Yeah. All right. I was just kind of curious to hear what your guys' opinion was on that. And have a good day, and thank you for taking my call, sir.
Thank you, Clint.
Thank you, Clint.
See you, brother.
Now, let's start this up a little bit, because I think it's actually like a 30-minute conversation. We could bail if it gets boring and stuff, but we'll start and stop, see what this is all about. And I believe that's Larry Fink who's sitting down with Musk of BlackRock.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Let's listen in.
That was not a large applause. Start again. That's better. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna make this interesting.
How many quotes are you going to want that are going to be after this session?
I don't know. I mean, 5.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see everybody here. It's been an amazing week here in Davos. Hopefully everybody saw that we are having conversations here. Hopefully everybody agrees. There are some conversations that we may disagree. There's many conversations that we may have agreed, but through those conversations, and I think today's result with a peace agreement earlier today, the World Economic Forum is here to have those conversations, to have understandings, and also resolution. So
just get to it. Why do even these most powerful rich men in the world talk to each other like they're children in public settings?
All I can think about is the party that's going on at night at those places.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine, Joey?
I can't.
I mean, I've been to several conventions, but can you imagine
I know
that?
You know how they would get me. You know exactly how they get me.
Yeah, they would. I'd be right there beside you.
Yeah, they'd put those ladies in front of us. And it's
Is that a trap?
That gum.
Is she from Prague?
I'm going to stick my foot in that bear trap.
it's an important component of who we and what we are, and I'm thrilled to have Elon Musk here. He came all the way from California to be here to see all of you, so thank you, Elon.
You're most welcome. I heard about the formation of the Peace Summit, and I was like, is that PIEC?
Oh wow!
A little piece of Greenland a little piece of Venezuela.
We got one.
All we want is peace.
Okay, I'm going to, as I said, I'm a pretty proud CEO of BlackRock since we went public. The compounding return of BlackRock to our shareholders was 21%. Since Elon took Tesla public, his compounded return is 43%. This is just another advertisement for everybody, especially for Europeans. This is why more citizens should be investing with growth, investing with their countries. Imagine if a lot of pension funds invested with Elon when Tesla went public.
Good point.
How much return with all the pension funds that invested side by side with Elon and the growth. So,
you own a little Tesla, don't you? You happy with it?
Oh yeah, I bought
great returns on it.
Let's see, I don't know how many years ago, 3-4 years ago, I bought
wow.
$250, maybe $500 worth. And,
I'm sticking with the Bitcoin thing, but I've been starting to get more interested in trying to find, especially he takes SpaceX public.
Well, the thing that I think it was you that said it the other day. It was somebody's quote. They said once you see those omnibus robots that he has,
the
forget
Optimus.
the fact that he even makes Tesla.
That was J-Cow with the All-In guys. Yeah,
that
he makes cars.
Yeah, that hammered me home a little bit more. It made my investment feel that much safer.
Yep. Yep. And that they're doing more, I guess, what is it called? Vertical integration, where you have everything in-house, and pretty impressive.
The Toyota way.
So let's keep going.
Spectacular return. There's very few companies. Well, I don't think there's any other company as large as Tesla today that has that compounded return. So congratulations.
Thank you.
A good measurement.
No doubt.
Well, we have an incredible team at Tesla, and that's the reason.
So I want to get into the dirt, the meaningful component about technology, the possibilities. I want to talk about AI and robotics, energy, space, and the progress ultimately coming down to engineering discipline, scale, execution. And few people, if not anyone, has the experience and the fortitude to confront these issues head on. Not just the ideas, but the execution across so many different technologies, Elon. And that's why I thought it was important for us to have this dialogue here in Davos. So you're presently building on AI, on robotics, on space, on energy, all at the same time. When you look across those efforts, what do they have in common from an engineering standpoint?
Well, they're all very difficult technology challenges, but the overall goal of my companies is to maximize the future of civilization, like basically maximize the probability that civilization has a great future, and to expand consciousness beyond Earth. So if you take SpaceX, for example, that SpaceX is about advancing rocket technology to the point where we can extend life and consciousness beyond Earth to the moon, to Mars, eventually to other star systems. And I think we should always view consciousness, life as we know it, as precarious and delicate, because to the best of our knowledge, we don't know of life anywhere else. You know, I'm often asked, are there aliens among us? And I'll say that I am one, but...
Or you're from the future.
They don't believe me.
Okay.
But I think if anyone would know if there are aliens among us, it would be me. I've
heard this line from him.
9,000 satellites up there, and not once have we had to maneuver around an alien spaceship.
He's also read in on some of the most top secret stuff, obviously. So, like, he kind of has to say that.
Okay, Joey. If I'm an alien and you ask me if I'm an alien, what am I going to say?
Actually, you'd probably say I am one.
Right.
Right. And then you're like, yeah, but look at you.
Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
But then he's like, we would have seen him. And I'm like, well, no, if you'd seen him, you weren't going to say a word about it.
Plus, aliens are not allowed to lie. Everybody knows that. Just like if you ask a cop, if you cop, he has to admit it.
And plus, if you ask Tucker Carlson, they're clearly angels from, like, the book of Ezekiel.
I cannot argue with that, Joey. I can't. I can't.
Let's keep going.
So I'm like, I don't know. Bottom line is, I think we need to assume that life and consciousness is extremely rare, and it might only be us. And if that's the case, then we need to do everything possible to ensure that the light of consciousness is not extinguished, because we're effectively, the way I view it is, the image in my mind is of a tiny candle in a vast darkness, a tiny candle of consciousness that could easily go out. And that's why it's important to make life multiplanetary, such that if there is a natural disaster or a man-made disaster on Earth, that consciousness continues. That's the purpose of SpaceX.
Yeah, modest goal.
Tesla is obviously about sustainable technology, and and also at this point we've sort of added to our mission sustainable abundance. So with robotics and AI, this is really the path to abundance for all. If you say, people often talk about solving global poverty, or essentially how do we give everyone a very high standard of living. I think the only way to do this is AI and robotics, which doesn't mean that it is without its issues. I mean, we need to be very careful with AI. We need to be very careful with robotics. We don't want to find ourselves in a James Cameron movie, Terminator. He's great movies, love his movies, but we don't want to be in Terminator, obviously. But if you have ubiquitous AI that is essentially free or close to it, and ubiquitous robotics, then you will have an explosion in the global economy, an expansion in the global economy that is truly beyond all precedent.
Elon, can that expansion be broad?
Yes.
Or is it narrow? And how can that be?
It starts narrow, becomes broad.
How can it broaden the global economy?
Yeah, I mean, the way to think of it is that if you have a large number of humanoid robots, the economic output is the average productivity per robot times the number of robots.
Right.
And actually, my prediction is in the benign scenario of the future that the robots will actually make so many robots and AI that they will actually saturate all human needs. Meaning you won't be able to even think of something to ask the robot for at a certain point. Like there will be such an abundance of goods and services because my prediction is that there'll be more robots than people. So,
but how do you then have human purpose in that scenario?
Yeah, I mean,
it's like we've had this debate before.
Yeah. How do you have human purpose?
It's a good question, actually.
You become a leader of robots.
Yeah, no, and also it's kind of like try to explain the modern world as somebody living in like the time of Christ. They wouldn't understand.
Just do something simple. Try to do the microwave.
Right.
It just doesn't work.
And so, like, I think he's got a point that this will be a step up even more, like, where modern folks are going to be astounded by what's possible.
I got you, but what about the people that don't really participate in life anyway? What about the...
No, I swear, we've talked about it. I think those folks end up, like, in a pod.
That's
not
what
like the full-on Matrix, but like...
Yeah.
They kind of just do their thing. I bet there's going to be a lot of virtual reality. Like you want to go on a magical quest. Mm-hmm. Like when you look at what's popular online with certain corners, especially like Japanese stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is this like longing because life is so ordered and boring for this crazy fantasy adventure. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are going to be plugging themselves into stuff like that. Role playing, like, and then of course I think there are going to be people that react almost like the Amish. Where they, they'll be all right if they really need something, but they're going to purposely go live in a way that's a little bit more difficult.
I would love to think that, that I've got enough robots that I can fish, I can have a garden, do whatever, but I just, in my mind, I can't see it.
Now, Elon's going to answer the question, where's human purpose?
Nothing's perfect, but it is a necessary Like, you can't have both. You can't have work that has to be done and amazing abundance for all. Because if it's work that has to be done, then you and only some people can do it, then you can't have abundance.
Then
for
it's
all.
narrow.
It's narrow,
Yeah.
exactly. So, but if you have billions of humanoid robots, and I think there will be, I think everyone on Earth is going to have one and going to want one, because who wouldn't want a robot to, assuming it's very safe, watch over your kids, take care of your pet. If you have elderly parents, a lot of friends of mine said they have elderly parents. It's very difficult to take care of them.
Expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, and there just aren't enough people to take care of there aren't enough young people to take care of the old people.
Right.
So if you had a robot that could take care of and protect an elderly parent, I think that would be great. That would be an amazing thing to have. I think we will have those things. So, overall, I'm very optimistic about the future. I think we're headed for a future of amazing abundance, which is very cool. And definitely, we are in the most interesting time in history. I think there's a more interesting time in history.
Can you and I reverse aging in this new history, or are we going to see it?
I haven't put much time into the aging stuff. I do think it is a very solvable problem. Like you can. I think when we figure out what causes aging, I think we'll find it's incredibly obvious. It's not a subtle thing. The reason I say it's not a subtle thing is because all the cells in your body, with some pretty much age at the same rate. I've never seen someone with an old left arm and a young right arm ever in my life. So why is that? That means that there must be a clock, a synchronizing clock.
Right.
Or maybe use your right arm more.
I don't know. I was thinking.
Come on, Elon.
Not everybody's left-handed.
We got to hit a quick break. But, this is, as usual, the usual fascinating stuff. We'll be right back at, what first? This part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon
Rings.
And, of course, at Dillon Rings, they are a full-service jewelry shop. They're ready to help you out, whether you're looking to buy something they already have in stock.
Right.
From high-end pieces to everyday jewelry items. Could be a fun thing like you're doing with your little friend, like the charm bracelets and the friendship bracelets. They're really cool.
I love that.
And then, of course, they also can do custom design work. If you really want something truly unique that fits your style, your personality, maybe you had a dream about it. Josh Ryder, that man can make it a reality. He's a true artist. And then, of course, with those sorts of skills, he can do repair work, spa treatments to make that jewelry you wear all the time that's old, though. Looks like you wear it all the time, shine and shimmer like it's brand new. Again, across the board, they can help you out there at Dillon Rings when it comes to jewelry. So y'all stop by today, 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. With over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. You know about Cole Plumbing?
I do.
Good folks over there.
Great
Cole
folks
Plumbing.
over
James
there.
Cole.
They have
really good dudes.
saved my skin more than one time, Joey.
And so it could be an emergency, like a huge burst pipe. Maybe you forgot to let those faucets drip during
Yeah.
the cold snap.
Which, it's not over. Keep doing that, by the way.
Right. Or it could be it's not a major thing where you got to, do a major fix real quick. It could be it's major, but you don't even know. Like the water bill just keeps going up month after month. And you're like, what is this?
Yep.
Like you're not noticing any leaks. Definitely get Cole Plumbing out for that. Could be a simple thing like a faucet that won't stop dripping, a toilet that won't stop running, maybe a garbage disposal that you can't unclog or in fact it's just kaput. You need it new. They can help you with all that. Or you want to add new accessories or like a tankless water heater system or a new fancy new toilet, a taller one for those getting a little up there in age, or new accessories to the bathroom or the kitchen. They can help you there at Cole Plumbing. They have technology that's unique to them that allows them to fix those big problems with minimal discomfort to you and your home. So if you want to make an appointment, you can always do that online at coleplumbing.com or just go ahead and save their number. That's 334-279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
Now let's go back to Mr. Musk
right.
here. Continuing the conversation at the World Economic Forum. This was, I think, at like 9:30 our time this morning.
Oh, wow.
That is synchronizing across 35 trillion cells in your body. There is some benefit to death, by the way. It's like there's a reason why we don't actually have a longer lifespan, because if people do live forever for a very long time, I think there's some risk of an ossification of society, of things just getting kind of locked in place, it just may become stultifying, just not lack vibrancy. But that said, do I think we'll figure out ways to extend life and maybe even reverse aging? I think that's highly likely.
I'm looking forward to that.
Hurry up.
So,
he's not looking great.
The future that you talk about, the AI models, autonomous machines, rockets, depends on massive increases in compute, massive increases in energy, expensive energy, manufacturing scale. What are the bottlenecks to get there? And that, once again, with all that expenditures, again, how can we make sure that it's broad, not narrow?
I just think the natural thing is it's going to be very broad, because AI companies will seek as many customers as they possibly can, and the cost of AI is already very low, and it's plummeting every year. I mean, the cost of AI is almost meaningfully changing on a month-to-month basis.
There's open models now everywhere. Yeah.
Yes, there's open models, and the open models only lag. They're maybe a year behind the private, the sort of closed models. So I think the AI companies will seek as many customers as possible, which means they'll provide AI to the world.
But the cost of getting to there, the compute, the chips, the fab, the powering, that to me, what are the those are huge.
The limiting factor. Yeah, I think the limiting factor for AI deployment is fundamentally electrical power.
It's energy.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing the rate of AI chip production increase exponentially, but the rate of electricity being brought online is
3%, 4% a year, max.
Yeah. It's clear that we're very soon, maybe even later this year, we'll be producing more chips than we can turn on. Except for China. China's growth in electricity is tremendous.
They're building 100 gigawatts of nuclear as we speak.
Actually, solar is the biggest thing in China. So I believe China's production capacity on solar is 1,500 gigawatts a year, and they're deploying over 1,000 gigawatts a year of solar. Now, for continuous solar load, you divide that by roughly, 4 or 5. Call it that's around 250 gigawatts of steady state power paired with batteries. And that's a very big number. That's half of the average power usage in the U.S.
Right.
So U.S. power usage on average is 500 gigawatts. China, just in solar, in solar that can provide steady state power and batteries, can do half of the U.S. electricity output per year just with solar. Solar is by far the biggest source of energy. And actually, when you look beyond, or even on Earth, but certainly beyond Earth, the sun rounds up to 100% of all energy. This is an important thing to consider. So the sun is 99.8% of the mass of the solar system. Jupiter is about 0.1%, and everything else is miscellaneous. Now, even if you were to burn Jupiter in a thermonuclear reactor, the amount of energy produced by the sun would still round up to 100%, because Jupiter is only 0.1%. If you teleported 3 more Jupiters into our solar system, and burnt 3 more Jupiters and everything else in the solar system, the sun's energy would still round up to 100%. Mm-hmm. So it's really all about the sun.
It is all about the sun. Now, it's a matter of how do you actually get that up and running. So we'll see. But we got to hit our top of the hour break here. Keep going with this a little while longer.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The eyes of the world are on Davos, Switzerland, as President Trump arrives at the World Economic Forum amid the Greenland controversy. The president's arrival was delayed by a few hours by a minor electrical issue aboard Air Force One. At the summit, along with economic matters, the president will talk with skeptical NATO allies about his proposal to annex Greenland. The Great Lakes snow machine working overtime as icy Arctic air invades the region, bringing dangerously cold temperatures. Snow measured in feet in some places, parts of the mid-Atlantic and points south, bracing for cold, snowy weather as well later in the week. One of those at the center of the firestorm over immigration enforcement in Minneapolis is defending ICE operations in the city, saying those operations being done strictly by the book. On Wall Street, Dow futures 42 points higher. More details, srnnews.com.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not-so-wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver Plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast, nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho! And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's Wireless Company.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. A series of disturbances will keep us wet at times over the next few days. The risk of rain today, mainly through midday. High temperature up to about 59. Then another surge of rain comes in tonight and then departed today on Friday with another high of 59 on Friday. Then another disturbance brings in more rain by Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. I think the main event will be Sunday with rain and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the 50s. Colder air on Sunday night. Maybe a brief winter mix before the precipitation ends. Low in the lower 20s and a very cold day on Monday as Arctic air moves in. We could be in the teens Monday night. Wow. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A new judge has been named for the upcoming retrial of the man charged with killing Lowndes County Sheriff Big John Williams. Retired Circuit Judge Alan Jolly has been named for the retrial of William Chase Johnson. The jury was unable to reach a verdict in Johnson's original trial 2 years ago. The Montgomery City Council has unanimously adopted a resolution in support of legislation for an occupational tax. A proposed bill in the Alabama legislature would allow the city to impose this tax on anyone working within Montgomery city limits. Any local occupational tax requires approval from the Alabama legislature. A judge has granted a temporary restraining order against the NCAA allowing Charles Badenko to play basketball for the University of Alabama. Badenko declared for the NBA draft in 2023 but never appeared in an NBA game. However, before re-enrolling at Alabama, Badenko did play 14 games in the NBA's minor league system. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Attention River Region business owners. Local counties are now inspecting and enforcing backflow prevention requirements. Headley Plumbing is fully certified to install, repair, and test backflow preventers, helping you stay compliant and avoid costly violations. We've been serving the River Region for decades with dependable professional service you can trust. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the River Region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me.
How you doing, Joey?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling relaxed.
Are you nervous about this cold weather coming in?
No, I'm not.
Did you see that the low, I think, on next week is like a single digit?
I like that. I like it cold. It's lately I've been overheating.
Yeah?
I prefer the cold.
Okay.
I don't want to stand out in it forever, but I've been going to, like, when I go work out, I often just have flip-flops on and shorts with a sweatshirt to keep the core.
That's what you gym bros do. I don't
Yeah, no, and like you're in and out of the car, it's not bad at all. It's easy.
I got you.
Like you're more I think there are some folks who lack temperature regulation. Maybe it's a blood flow issue.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. If we get snow, you going to make a snow angel?
No, man. What do you mean, make a snow angel? Lay in the ground and...
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm good. I don't need to lay in the wet snow. I'm not 5. If I was 5,
You
I was
could be
10.
5 again.
And I'm not looking to be 5 again.
No, are you just going to write your name in the snow then?
How would I go about doing that? I think you already have an idea.
7 bush lights.
Mm-hmm.
Don't break the seal.
Mm-hmm.
When you crack open number 8, you can write almost your whole name.
Now, with some of y'all, if you have a blood flow issue, get in touch with Montgomery Men's Health.
All day long.
They're at Montgomery Men's Health. You only got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you're noticing issues with ED or low T, and your relationships, your confidence, and even your career is affected, you got to get by there. And don't go with the online folks. You know, we talked about this with Erica Thomas, and go for all the fake stuff. Instead, get by Montgomery Men's Health, the urologist, and provide their focus on tailored solutions, focusing on ED and low T solutions, and they do it the right way. So just make an appointment by calling them direct at 440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or you can book online in under 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
At MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. If you're starting to notice things get shaky, don't wait. Things will only get worse if you ignore them, if you procrastinate. It's time to show up for your family and your life. Show up in your life like never before. Turn your tomorrows into today. Again, that's Montgomery Men's Health for every man in every season of life. You know, it feels good to be able to help the fellas out, pointing them to a great group like Montgomery Men's Health.
Yeah, it does.
So I guess Jack Smith is continuing to testify in front of the Congress.
Just the lady to the right.
Carrie Urban. Can you not read the Chiron?
I can't see that far.
Carrie Urban,
Urban?
Yeah. She's a Fox News legal editor. She's cute.
She is.
Well, it's also the Magic Fox thing.
Well, but you notice with cute girls, I'm going to get in trouble here. Look at the ears. Cute girls always have big ears. You got to cover them up with the hair.
Like Ferengi?
Look! Tell me I'm wrong!
Ears aren't that big.
Wait till she turns. Look at that. Look at that. Dumbo.
You must have been a terror. What did your sisters do to you?
If I had $1 for every time people ask me that.
Yeah, like she's a lovely woman with
very lovely woman.
normal ears, and you're like sitting there calling her Dumbo.
I think she could hear things from a mile away.
272-9228. Yeah, let's keep going with this Elon thing for a little more. See if he makes any news.
Almost. I mean, you can scale to. I think ultimately hundreds of terawatts a year.
You and I have had these conversations before, but why don't you tell the audience what would it take for the United States and what type of geography would it take to have that solar field to electrify the United States? And then let me ask a question, why aren't we doing it?
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess a rough way to think about it is 100 miles by 100 miles, or call it 160 kilometers by 160 kilometers of solar is enough to power the entire United States. So, 100 mile by 100 mile area is, I mean, you could take basically a small corner of Utah, Nevada, New Mexico. Obviously, you wouldn't want it all in one place, but it is a very small percentage of the area of the U.S. to generate all of the electricity that the U.S. uses. And the same is true, actually, I mean, for Europe. You could take a small part, you could take relatively unpopulated areas of, say, Spain and Sicily and generate all of the electricity power that Europe needs.
So why don't you think that there's a movement towards that here and in the United States?
Well, there is.
As it is in China.
Well, unfortunately, in the U.S., the tariff barriers for solar are extremely high, and that makes the economics of deploying solar so artificially high because China makes almost all the solar,
What would it take for Europe or the U.S. to build it commercially, if it's that scale?
Yeah, I think. Well, I can tell you what we're going to do. You know, SpaceX and Tesla is we're building up large-scale solar.
Right.
So the SpaceX and Tesla teams both separately are working to build to 100 gigawatts a year of solar power in the U.S., of manufactured solar power. That'll probably take us, I don't know, about 3 years or something. But these are pretty big numbers. I'd encourage others to do the same.
Wait, his one company, he said it was 500 gigawatts the U.S. uses in a year. He's trying just his own 2 companies to get up to 100? Damn.
Yeah. The fact that it's feasible.
Well, and because they've got the battery, and again, they've got more of the production process for creating those batteries.
The only thing that would make me nervous about, and I love the idea of having like central energy area that everything's drawing from, that makes one big target, though.
Oh, no, he just said
that's
it. Well,
my biggest concern.
You're picking up a phone call there. He said, yeah, you probably wouldn't want it all in one place.
I mean, that would be, other than that, I love the idea of that. But you could have that in each state, just on a smaller level.
And then you got to start thinking about all the incumbents that are current power companies that have essentially monopolies in all sorts of states all over the nation.
So you're going to have to fight a few lobbyists.
They're not that scary. They might try to ruin your reputation, though.
That's true.
But what if I already ruined it myself?
To combat you, they'll try to make everybody like you.
Let's keep going.
We obviously don't control the U.S. Tariff policy, but for other countries, I would recommend that China makes solar cells that are incredibly low cost, and I think it would be worth doing large-scale solar.
So I know you're going to be having a couple of big announcements on robotics and what it can do. I mean, when I went to the factory, you showed me those robots.
Yeah.
How quickly, you talked about the billions of robots, but how quickly can they be deployed in a manufacturing setting? How quickly can they be utilized and be functional and create that abundance that you talked about?
Well, humanoid robotics will advance very quickly. I think we do have some of the Tesla Optimus robots doing simple tasks in the factory.
Interesting.
Already? Probably later this year. By the end of this year, I think they'll be doing more complex tasks, but still deployed in an industrial environment. And probably sometime next year, I'd say that by the end of next year, I think would be selling humanoid robots to the public. That's when we are confident that it's very high reliability, very high safety, and the range of functionality is also very high. You can basically ask it to do anything you'd like.
You're already seeing that in Tesla cars. The software changes that you're doing. And what is it, every quarter now, a software change that upgrades the ability of the robot within the car?
Yes, the Tesla full self-driving software, we update it sometimes once a week. Recently, some of the insurance companies have said that it is actually so safe, when Tesla full self-driving is so safe that they're offering customers half-price insurance.
Wow!
If they use Tesla full self-driving in their car.
And that can be monitored by the insurance company? Is that part of
I can so see why.
Oh, and by the way, while you're picking up some of those phone calls, he said the robots will be out next year for the consumers.
Is it a payment plan we could start? Layaway, perhaps we could start?
I'm sure, actually, yeah. I bet you could put down a deposit right now.
In fact, he needs distributors.
You're going to get into that? You've been looking for a new thing,
yeah,
new gig.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
You're always looking to punch a higher floor.
Heck yeah, man. With Robux.
272-9228. Let's go to Papa B. Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
Hey, guys.
Good.
This solar thing is really interesting to me. I have a neighbor behind me. He's actually retired MP from the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he has 7 solar panels that basically power his whole pool, backyard area, you know. And I mean, the solar panels, basically what they do is recharge batteries. The batteries are the ones that, that's what actually powers it. But not only that, he has, I mean, I'm just going to call it another house because that's what it is. I mean, bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchen, the whole 9 yards. He calls it his workshop, but, you know, it's the fanciest workshop you'll ever see. And he does, like, power tools and stuff in there. He does, like, woodcrafting and stuff. And that whole thing is run off of the solar panel or solar power. And I'm just more than impressed with it, you know. In fact, I mean, in short order, I'm going to get something that at least powers the pool pump.
Yeah, why not?
Because that is a lot of energy right there. That's a lot of usage right there.
I would think the payback over time would be well worth that.
I think it's going to pay back in short order, actually.
Yep.
But, I mean, just one solar panel and a battery, you know, it's not that much from what I can tell, and could drop my usage substantially.
Yeah, and that technology is only getting better. So
it is. The only downside is the when it's, you know, when they're depleted, when they're no longer any
when
good.
they're done,
You
right?
know, I don't know what they do with the, you know, recycling or whatever. Maybe they recycle all of it and rehab it or whatever. I guess they have to because, you know, you're talking about batteries. That's a pretty toxic kind of thing. So I'd like to know more about how they do that. And, you know, you're talking about a limited time. So you've got to cost it out over I think about a 10-year, maybe a 12-year period.
Well, just think of the possibility with that. If I could get a solar-powered roof, I've got to replace my roof every 10 to 15 years anyway. If I'm knocking two birds with one stone, essentially saving power, over time would probably pay for my roof.
There's a video of a guy who really well produced who got a Tesla roof for, I think it was in New Jersey, so you're not thinking like the sunniest place in the world.
Yeah.
And he said his power bill from like the actual power company was like $5 because he had to pay for the hookup. And often he was actually netting back because I think in Jersey you can give back if you're producing it. In some days where it got a little cloudy, okay, the batteries, you know, he's got enough, but it's getting a little close for comfort. But he said mostly it worked pretty incredible. Now, you do need the extra battery power. You do need to be set up if that's going to be your main source for your home. But it's pretty incredible stuff. But to your point, you replace a roof.
That's what I mean. Think of because it's expensive, so expensive to replace a roof. So if you've got a roof that's actually saving you money, besides just the energy savings, but allowing you to have electricity too, I think it's an opportunity.
Well, I mean, there was some discussion a few years back about, you know, these shingles that actually were the solar panels. I don't know where that went, but I thought that was pretty cool. I guess we're not anywhere close to that. But, you know, as the technology gets better, it's certainly more attractive. He doesn't have the whole house on it. In fact, having a whole house backup generator is probably ideal for anybody, whether you're on, you know, full electrical or, you know, have solar panel as an alternate.
Right.
So, you know, I think that would probably kind of mandatory, especially for me. I can't dealing without power, and you know, I mean, having a home office just doesn't work. You know, so. But look, Joey, I just want to. I know this is just, you know, diverting.
Sure.
But you know, I started this conversation with Scott and Scott, and I would just say, look, when you talk about race and culture, it is filled with hazards. It's treacherous.
Yes.
It is a treacherous conversation to have, and that's the reason most people just stay away from it. They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But look, if I ever go to England, Great Britain, I want to see Great Britain. I don't want to see Islamabad. No. If I wanted to see Islamabad, I'd go to Islamabad.
Well, you better go soon.
You know, no doubt. Or France. I don't want to see Uganda. I want to see France.
Yep.
You know, so these cultures, these Western cultures, are slowly being erased on purpose by really, you know, the worst of people for the worst of motives.
Yes.
And, you know, it's happening here, too, in some, many ways you could point out. But sooner or later, people with a little bit of common sense are going to have to stand up and say, well, look, give some pushback. I mean, even, oh, golly bum, what's that liberal broadcaster's name? Was talking about Switzerland the other day and how Switzerland's, crime rate has skyrocketed. They imported 1 million people, and before they had zero crime, and now they're like, it's breaking out everywhere on them, such that people there are like, no, we've had that. We can't stand this anymore. We got to do something. And so what's going to have to happen, I'm sure, is that you're going to have some sort of expulsion kind of thing going on, which is also going to create trouble.
Oh, it's going to, for sure.
So I'm maybe way above my pay grade, but for sure having the conversation is worth it.
Oh, and
the sooner the better.
The fundamentals I would lay down is I do believe in principle, maybe I could be proven wrong, that you could take a small amount of people from anywhere in the world, within reason, not like these uncontacted tribes in the Amazon, but like within reason, you could take an individual of any race, any culture, and if they're willing to change their stars and adopt to where they move, I think it could work. Yeah. And often you get the immigrant effect of like the folks that are the most enterprising are the ones that end up in the United States. But if you take the entire village and plop them in, that's where you start having the problems where you're not seeing assimilation. And I think the stats, the numbers are just bearing it out. Oh, yeah. Like you mentioned with crime in Switzerland, there's just so many other problems that folks just don't want to even talk about. And I think the British Health Services put out a thing where it's not that dangerous medically to marry your first cousin. Which some folks still in Alabama, yeah, that law's still there. We're still allowed.
I love the motherland.
I'm sure that's just something here. That's right. But so being loving and accepting is one thing, but you have to have that reciprocation, and that's not what we're having. I mean, look at what's happening in Minnesota. You had the daggum stupid governor replace the Minnesota flag with the Somali flag.
Pretty much. Yep.
It's like we're not a melting pot here right now. What we're doing is we're just importing a bunch of folks that want to bring all of their stuff over, but they don't want to accept or adopt our country and our history with it. And that just can't happen. And that's what's happening in Western Europe as well. Yep. So something is going to... It's bad things are going to have to happen, I think, if it can be reversed at all. So, anyway. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you, Papa B.
See you, Papa B.
272-9228. Let's go to Soldier Boy. Hey,
Soldier Boy.
Thanks for taking my call. Hey, you were talking about earlier about robotics.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me so much of the with Will Smith, iRobot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Remember?
I've definitely seen it. I watched it about a year ago again, and I think it's it reminds me of being like a teenager. When movies had a little CGI, but also practical effect, they were pretty good still.
Well, it was funny is the robots they got out now, they had one on a CBS morning show, I guess. They have that show I like. And they had robots that could copy, and with AI, they were doing cartwheels and flips.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, you're gonna be. And I read an article too about Verizon. Verizon laid off 6,500 employees because of AI.
Yep.
People need to be careful when you worry about singing the praises of AI when it starts to take the jobs away.
Yeah, and well, it's always going to be a complex dynamic though, where you'll take jobs away initially, but you might actually end up creating jobs you never could have imagined before.
These robotics kids now, they have competitions in schools and high schools and everything now about teaching them, and they're learning already to use it. I mean, Eddie, you saw robotics in your old job.
Oh, but yeah, they were there, but they've been in those kind of industries for a while. People never thought of it that way. People never thought their jobs were in danger.
Right.
But the thing about it is, when I first watched iRobot, it was like a fantasy, but now it's almost like reality. I mean, the robots in the movie were walking the dogs, doing simple tasks like vacuum cleaning. It's like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons.
Mm-hmm.
Except you're going to see people like me because my robot's going to tote me to the store. carry me to the store.
The liquor store?
Well, whatever's close by.
He's ever since he outgrew it, he's always wanted to have a piggyback ride.
Tell you, he was going to tote me like a woman getting carried over the
threshold of the home.
Yes. I'm going to have my phone. And,
I tell you what's funny too. You need to watch a real good series. And who's the guy that was the actor in Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Did you see him in the HBO series Westworld? It's the old movie that adaptation. It was a series called Westworld.
HBO.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That is so freaky. And at the end of the movie, it's the same thing that happened in iRobot. The robots did rebel.
That's why you always keep a bucket of water handy.
Mm-hmm. I'm just still stuck on Eddie being carried across the threshold, and the neighbor over on Lake Jordan's like, man, that robot's about that boy.
But Joey, do you remember Rosie the robot from Jetsons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rosie was hot.
When I was a kid, we used to laugh at that. But now it's reality. We got robots that can vacuum clean anyway now.
Yeah, Roomba. Yeah.
And then the automated lawnmower, and there's all sorts
that's
of
cool.
little
The
things,
automated lawnmower is really cool.
Oh, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got to do? Put like perimeters on the corners and everything, and it does its own little thing?
They got a couple different ways. They've got one where you can program it. You do it around your yard one time, and it's got it. Or then they have the ones you put the spikes in. And then they have one that's all satellite. They just go off your property map.
Wow.
So, yeah, it just depends on how you want to do it. I know.
I'm like Joey. Wow.
Yeah.
Never mow the grass again.
All right. I appreciate you taking my call, guys.
See you, Soldier Boy.
272-9228. I apologize for using that muted language a second ago.
I didn't think about that picture until you said that, but yeah, I could see that would be miscued.
It's crazy how quick it's going to change. I think it's already changed, and because it's been iterative day to day, we haven't noticed as much. But if you think about just before COVID, how much has already changed?
What do you think is going to be one of the first big controversies with that? Let's say this Christmas robots are available. You buy 20,000. But 20,000 are bought. Mm-hmm. You don't see no issues coming out of that?
Oh, it's possible.
I mean, as much as I want to be in on it, I don't want the first defective robot.
Right. No, one will probably malfunction in some way. You could also end up with issues of weird codependence issues.
And pitted them? Oh, yeah.
People get codependent. You could get codependent on your robot.
Yeah, because I'm not going to want to walk to the mailbox.
It's almost, you'd be like Linus with your blankie.
Yeah, I don't want to walk to the mailbox. Tote me to the mailbox.
I think there's going to be weird social dynamics in that regard. There are always going to be issues
of robots?
Surveillance and privacy. What did you say?
Class of robots.
A class of robots?
Yeah, it's like with a car. You got a Mercedes-Benz compared to the Hyundai.
Oh, yeah. You got C-3PO compared to the droid.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We've already got this in a lot of our
And then what happens when when that robot becomes a drone? And like you said, the whole spying thing. I've got a drone right now. It's about that big. It's literally about that big.
It's like I'm saying, it's happening very, very fast. Faster than I think folks want to give credit. And some of the stuff that's been holding us back has been taken out of the way in terms of the politics side of it.
All right, let's think about practical, though. Okay, I got a new robot. It's $20,000. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, power grid. Is power grid going to be affected? We all couldn't buy Teslas tomorrow.
That's the biggest thing. From that conversation, we were just listening with Elon and many others I've listened to in the last year or two. I think the power production is the biggest thing. Now, I think the Trump administration is doing the all of it above, all of the above, anything we can get our hands on, and we'll see. And we're off to the races. But the amount of power, in particular, the AI data centers are going to need. And by the way, that's the thing is xAI's Grok is already functioning with inside a Tesla vehicle. Mm-hmm. So you can be like, "What's up, Grok? I want to go to this place, but I want to make a stop on the way, and I want to do this, that. Could you route it for me and give me some options?" And then it'll drive you without you touching anything. That will be in your humanoid robot. So it will have a brain, essentially, faster and smarter than most human beings on any particular subject matter. And the question will become, how intuitive will these things get?
Will this thing lie for me?
That's a good question. And that's where I think you're going to get interesting dynamics.
Will this thing lie for me? Will this thing provide me with an alibi?
Right. Yeah, there's going to be, and people will jailbreak them.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be some, you're right, bringing up that question of what will go wrong, because something might go wrong.
I look for the first, whenever there's something comes out, there's always
and then
the first
get
big
a load of
obvious
this on bringing in the money question. It's like one guy at the World Economic Forum saying, well, we need the stablecoin things because they'll be the only one fast enough to program transactions between AI agents. Now, I know a lot of Wall Street is already automated and programmed, but at even faster pace, you're going to get essentially programmable money that it won't even be human beings exchanging.
Yeah, but think about how quick that could rise and crash.
Mm-hmm.
The crash is what I worry about, how quick it could crash.
There is also an idea that it actually might create even more stability. And it won't even be for like
crash.
It won't even be for like big trades. Just the efficiency of allocation of like, I guess what they call in an AI are tokens. Every time you pump out a word or a few letters together, one token. And how are you allocating those costs between all of them over time and doing it at a very fast pace at the speed of light?
That's going to be incredibly interesting.
Yeah, no, but where your mind went, my mind's gone too. Like, imagine how fast something like that crashes out.
The crash is what I worry about because we as humans aren't good at that. We
And a lot of things like spinning up software that is tailored to a particular point and purpose will be a lot easier for the average bear.
I was just thinking that. Let's say, literally, you want to program your robot. You want it to program for you. I want my eggs this way. I want my coffee.
Anyway, there's a lot going on, and it's coming out as almost way too fast.
I'm waiting for this. I was with my robot. I didn't kill her. I was with my robot.
Still want it to carry you that way?
Oh, of course.
Even what your neighbors might say?
Never been big fans of them anyway.
They probably already think he's doing something with a robot.
Yeah. Well, you saw the ones with the tigers that were robotic that you could ride. You wouldn't want to ride one of those?
Oh, man, I'm good. I don't want to ride anything. Why are you riding stuff?
Because I'm too lazy to walk.
Like it's a tiger?
Yeah, it's a tiger. It's a mechanical robot, but it's a tiger. And you ride that thing. Like you ride over the mountains. We did a whole story on it.
I just, for some reason, got a flashback to your childhood where you could sit on the camel at the fair.
Dude, I rode real camels.
That was a happy day for Eddie Baker.
I rode real camels. I didn't sit on no fake camel.
They had real camels.
We went to the camel fights.
Oh, in Turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, that's what I was envisioning, though. I was feeling something coming from, there is a childhood joy coming out of you about riding that tiger. I'm like, he has ridden a camel.
I'm from Chisholm, dude. We don't sit on camels. We let them fight.
You put spurs on them, too? Goodness
we get them angry and make them fight.
Goodness gracious. Have you seen the one where it's like the camel drinking the beer on David Letterman? Yeah, old
just
school.
Swills it. I didn't know they could do that.
We got to hit another break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and they're at Pest Pro Ashley and that great team, ready to help you out with your pest control needs. They can help you with wildlife control, especially to make sure the home is secured, or maybe you already know or you suspect you got a mouse or mice or a squirrel or whole squirrel family, chipmunks, raccoons,
scorpions,
birds even.
Yeah. Birds in the attic, man.
So if you're looking to remove something, Pest Pro has your back with their wildlife control service. And, of course, you should go ahead and get on their monthly subscription model, get basic pest control protection year-round, and then you can add on top of that things like termite inspection protection, mosquito protection. And really, you're just working with folks you know that you can control costs and you know who you're working with. They're great local people, easy to work with, and they get the job done year-round. So y'all check them out today. That's, again, Pest Pro Services. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces or call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services. And be sure to tell Ashley and that great team, Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector.
That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig?
No, but it looks like you do.
And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich?
What's that?
I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man.
You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist?
That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest.
You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience.
Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold.
That's right, man.
And I can see that you don't have very much experience.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich.
Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first.
You think he's got a shovel?
Never know till you ask.
I dig, man.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. A series of disturbances will keep us wet at times over the next few days. The risk of rain today, mainly through midday. High temperature up to about 59. Then another surge of rain comes in tonight and then departed today on Friday with another high of 59 on Friday. Then another disturbance brings in more rain by Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. I think the main event will be Sunday with rain and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the 50s. Colder air on Sunday night. Maybe a brief winter mix before the precipitation ends. Low in the lower 20s and a very cold day on Monday as Arctic air moves in. We could be in the teens Monday night. Wow. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We're redesigning financial freedom at CB&S Bank. Make purchases at participating stores and restaurants using your CB&S Bank debit card through your mobile devices with Mobile Wallet. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for more information. Member FDIC.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me, and on the phones, I think we have a call back from Paul. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
What up, Paul?
Hello, Joey. Hello, Eddie.
How you doing, brother?
Long time. Long time since y'all let me in without me having to hang up.
We wanted to give you something good to talk about.
Yeah. I've been in and out of the car. I've caught a little bit of it. Y'all been pretty much shotgunning all over the place.
That's what
but
we
a
do.
couple of things I would like. Yeah, you do. You brought up the point about the personal robots.
Uh-huh.
Would it lie for you?
Yeah.
Right.
Would it provide an alibi?
Now, if people can hack computers and people can hack and jailbreak telephones, anything that has any type of computer built into it or to be programmed to do what you want it to do can be hacked and jailbroke.
Yep.
Right or wrong?
Correct.
All right. Let's say that somehow you convince your robot to be your alibi. The legal persons hacked it and went back and say, is this what happened or is that what happened? Then the robot has to tell what it knows. As far as what Elon, I think it was Elon, was talking about on putting these power stations all over the place, no one is bringing up the fact that right now, none of our grid is protected from an EMT attack.
Correct.
Or a solar flare. All it would take is just a simple solar flare, and we just had one that was a near miss here a while back.
I'm surprised the
If
EMT
we had
attack hadn't come up yet, because that's how we got into Venezuela so easy.
Yes, it was. I remember that. I was in and out of the car again. Like I told y'all when y'all took his position, I wasn't going to be able to call as much, but that's neither here nor there. Research what happened during the Research what happened on the solar flare for the Carrington event, and see what all was knocked out just in the U.S. alone.
Right.
If we had such an impact from a solar event from that particular power level, it would set us back easily 500 years, if not more.
Yeah.
An EMP attack.
Yeah.
EMP attack would be even worse. So no solar panels set up anywhere would improve anything. And that goes back to these local power companies now. They would be up in arms. I don't care if you had them set up in the most remote areas you could. Rocky Mountains, Utah Flats, wherever. They'd be up in arms. But anyway, guys, I'm here. I'm going in.
Appreciate you, Paul.
See you, Paul. Stay dry, buddy.
272-9228. Now, J.D. Vance is talking and speaking live from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
Saying they want to tone down the temperature, but you will be arrested if you obstruct, if you go and harass ICE officers, if you actually get in a tussle with them. Here's Vance. This was earlier, I think, today, maybe last night, in Ohio, previewing this trip. Let's listen in to his statement on immigration.
Now, I'm headed from here to Minneapolis, where we're going to talk with some of our ICE agents, talk with local officials about how we can turn down the chaos. And my simple piece of advice to them is going to be, look, if you want to turn down the chaos in Minneapolis, stop fighting immigration enforcement and accept that we have to have a border in this country. It's not that hard. If you look all across our country, what's happened in Minneapolis is happening almost nowhere else in the United States of America. And that's because whether it's in Texas or Tennessee, it's in red states, it's in blue cities, even within our country, most people are cooperating with the simple principle that we ought to be able to enforce our immigration laws and get illegal criminals the hell out of the United States of America. It's really not that complicated.
Yep.
But in a few distinct cities, you see this craziness because the far left has decided that the United States of America shouldn't have a border anymore, and they are willing to fight and penalize and dox and even assault our law enforcement officers in order to fight for the basic principle that anybody ought to be able to come into the United States of America. Well, I'll tell you right now, the Trump administration, we reject that. We are going to get illegal criminals out of our country, and we're not going to let a few left-wing radicals stop us.
You're hearing Vance reiterating that, apparently, as I look at the closed captioning, as he's speaking in Minneapolis. Yeah, I don't think they're going to like that visit.
Nope.
But honestly, why do we even care what they think at this point?
Well, that
you
whole...
like to think it's a fellow citizen, and on a certain level you care, but when it's such bad faith.
Yeah, when I see things like what happened on Sunday, and it makes me lose faith in people that much more. But something I noticed this morning, or read this morning, is they went ahead and arrested those two people this morning.
Yes. The people that stormed that church in Minneapolis.
Why did they wait till today? I mean, is this the new reality that we're going to do? He's coming to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a little bit of weekend issues this morning, or over the weekend, and so we're going to arrest these two people. Is that their way of congratulating and welcoming our vice president? I mean, is that the new kind of norm we're going to do before a president comes, or a big league has to come
No, I think this
somewhere?
was more exactly who can we arrest for what particular statute.
All right, question was, why didn't Don Lemon get arrested?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
understand.
sure it's a legal question.
Because if you go there and say, I'm with the press, but then, we are jerks, that didn't give you the right.
Yeah, I think probably the type of statutes they want to use, who they arrested were the organizers.
Okay.
And Don Lemon was not the organizer. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, because
and
you put it out there beforehand.
That long-bearded dude who's really obnoxious, he's wanting to get arrested.
Yeah, you notice that there are a few of them that are begging to get arrested.
Yes, there's definitely that. But really, one thing that made me so happy last night, after just seeing the back and forth about Greenland, and again, all the folks it's so stupid. Why are we going for Greenland? This fascist Cheeto, racist dictator. He's running roughshod over democracy, democracy and human rights and the international rule of law and the liberal order of the world.
Yes.
And then it comes out that Trump, we got a deal done.
That was scary.
So what are we talking about? An acquisition of Greenland? Are you going to pay for it? I mean,
we're talking about it. It's really being negotiated now, the details of it, but essentially it's total access. It's there's no end. There's no time limit. We're not doing a 99 or a 10-year or anything else. The famous 99-year deals that you hear about, because countries can't do it for that. Countries go on longer. And so I think it's going to be something that's very well, already it's being reviewed very well. Well, I noticed the stock market went up very substantially after we announced it. But the details are being negotiated now. It'll be very good.
So, because the GDP of Greenland is like $3.3 billion, but people are valuing Greenland of between $50 billion and almost $1 trillion. So what are you willing to pay for Greenland?
Well, I'm not going to have to pay anything. We're going to have total access to Greenland. We're going to have all military access that we want. We're going to be able to put what we need on Greenland because we want it. We're talking about national security and international security. So we're going to not have to pay anything other than the fact that we are building the Golden Dome. And the Golden Dome is going to be something that's going to be very amazing. It'll be Israel times probably 100. And we need it. I think we need it. And it's all going to be made in the United States.
I think we should go buy a few acres in Greenland, Joey.
Yeah. I think we can get right on that.
I think we're fixing to make a couple dollars if we can get in there quick enough.
Yeah, just a bit. And it's just, this is what I find hilarious. He can't do that. He's stupid or he's crazy or he's evil or whatever. And then, it gets done.
Now, the funniest to me was I told you guys that we could never buy Greenland. I told you.
Oh, that, yeah. Where you took the opening bid seriously?
Right. Have you, the art of the deal, and I don't mean to go on about it, but good Lord, people, a little bit of common sense goes a long way.
And he's got no rhyme or reason with the tariffs. And again, on geopolitics, on any of this stuff, you could think he's wrong, but a big test for me is, can you spit back out the logic of what they're doing? Have you paid attention to Treasury Secretary Bezos, to Trump himself, to Vice President Vance, to Howard Lutnick in particular on trade?
No.
Have you paid attention to what they're actually saying?
They're not even...
And hearing out what their logic is. You could think their logic is wrong, but so many folks just go, well,
they're not even paying attention to the fact that groceries have gone down, gas has gone down, energy prices continue to go down.
Real wages are up, manufacturing's up. What? They just they revised up the third quarter of last year to 4.4%. And you have the Atlanta Federal Reserve projecting 5.4% growth in the final quarter, even with a government shutdown. So, yeah, there is a lot more logic to this stuff than reasons.
Sure.
Than a lot of these folks want to give credit for. And it's a little frustrating, like just the criticize to criticize.
Well, I think a lot of times people want in on it. Because it's not my guy, I'm already out. But,
yes.
You know, that
definitely goes.
Yeah, I see that so much with people. And I think we've even heard candidates say that before, is you can't have a great idea. It's got to be good for the whole party before we push it.
Now, let's hit a very quick break. We'll come back to Clint Jr. and Simpler Days and others at 272-9228.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the River Region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones as promised. Let's talk to Clint Jr. Hey, Clint Jr., how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good.
I had a thought about these ice agents. I seen a video. This guy was tired of protesters blocking his vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
He turned his windshield washer fluid spray things around, so they sprayed outward. filled them with pepper spray.
Oh, man.
There you go.
It's like a Batmobile thing right there.
An ice vehicle, they could do up something better than that, where it sprays the front of the vehicle and makes people disperse. I think that'd work nicely.
Yeah, they're not playing. And also, for the life of me, it's the one thing to stand out there and yell and be like, I don't like what y'all are doing, or blow your whistles or whatever. But to actually block vehicles, to get in the way of the officers' stuff, it's just so dumb.
Well, not only that, the look of surprise on their face when somebody has enough and pushes them out of the way.
Yeah.
They just look like they're surprised, like it was an alien.
I saw one where it's like, face-to-face officers and then the protesters, lined up face-to-face, and one guy's mouthing and saying, and then spits right into this guy's face shield. And it's like less than a second later, that guy is on the ground.
Probably didn't get a pepper ball pop.
And everybody starts screaming and stuff, and it's like, really? That's what drives me nuts about it. It's like, if you're going to get into a fight, at least take your whooping like a man.
But that's the thing, though. They get so intense, they don't expect you to push back. Because honestly, most of them haven't been pushed back before.
It's the old Monty Python thing. The violence inherent in the system.
Yes.
Right.
Punch them in the throat.
This is what all the kids that didn't get whooped growing up, they're out here messing with ice.
You ain't kidding.
Well,
y'all have a good one.
Appreciate it,
Clint Jr. See you, bro.
And in a second, we've got that Captain or Commander Bavino. He was addressing folks. But let's go to Simpler Days. Hey, Simpler Days.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
What do you think we got Hawaii for a great vacation spot? What do you think we got Hawaii for?
For a naval base.
For a good deal. That's what we got it for.
Yeah, and it was to keep our West Coast Pacific side of the United States safe from an invasion. And same deal with Alaska. Why did we get Alaska?
Correct.
Same deal. And who had Alaska before we got it?
The Ruskies. Yep.
And we got it for a military reason. Yes. I mean, it just boggles my... we did this in 1959. Eisenhower, Republican president, saw we needed to make sure our West Coast was safe and the North was safe. But now, because Trump's doing it, for the same exact reason, all hell's breaking loose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're trained like dogs at this point. It's like a Pavlovian response.
I mean, I wonder if they thought Eisenhower was, trying to conquer the world when he got two of them. And, so.
Well, I'm sure there were some dirty hippies upset about it now.
Don't you wish you could have bought some of that land in Hawaii like in 57?
Man, I wish I could have bought some of this Gulf Coast property we got here back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Trash. Nobody wanted it.
Affectionately known as it was the Redneck Riviera.
Yep. Nobody wanted it. Couldn't grow no crops down there.
You could have been throwing dummies or midgets or mullets or whatever down there at the Floridian.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, you never know. We're going to get to the point where it's like, did you pay too much for your Gaza timeshare? Like, I think that you're just going to start to see the development.
Timeshares are a scam. However, I can tell you a great condo.
Appreciate it, Simpler Day.
See you, Simpler Day.
I just love that commercial.
Dude.
We're not a law firm, but...
Right, and then he's usually calling someone out personally in the end. Quit calling me, boy.
Oh, yeah, because when you look at the development plans for Gaza, it's going to be...
Dude, Rodeo Drive.
Yeah.
Or
we'll
rodeo.
see if the radicals will put their arms down and stop killing folks.
I don't think so, Joey.
Well,
but at least they got a plan.
We can always pray about it.
Sure.
Hey, this part of the program, in fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you whether you're looking to buy a home. Mm-hmm. All starts with pre-approval. Do not skip that first step.
Nope, because you'll go right back to it.
Yeah, and you're probably going to set yourself up for heartbreak. You'll fall in love with a certain house after you see it on Zillow. Let's stop by it and stuff. And then as people start asking questions, thinking you're interested, it's like, oh, you're not even pre-approved.
Right. And honestly, with the world fixing to crank up in housing again, there are going to be some disappointed people.
And then you go back, and then somebody else already swoops in. If you love it, somebody else is going to love that place. And then if you're looking to refinance as interest rates are coming down, could be just have a better monthly payment. Mm-hmm. Could be you want to take money out to handle some debt.
Yeah.
Or go on that big vacation you always wanted to reinvest in your property or your family. So y'all check out Alabama Home Mortgage today. You can always call them direct at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies like Kim and Madeline. Prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender. Final hour coming up. This show's flown by.
It has, man.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The eyes of the world are on Davos, Switzerland, as President Trump arrives at the World Economic Forum amid the Greenland controversy. The president's arrival was delayed by a few hours by a minor electrical issue aboard Air Force One. At the summit, along with economic matters, the president will talk with skeptical NATO allies about his proposal to annex Greenland. The Great Lakes snow machine working overtime as icy Arctic air invades the region, bringing dangerously cold temperatures. Snow measured in feet in some places, parts of the mid-Atlantic and points south, bracing for cold, snowy weather as well later in the week. One of those at the center of the firestorm over immigration enforcement in Minneapolis is defending ICE operations in the city, saying those operations being done strictly by the book. On Wall Street, Dow futures 42 points higher. More details, srnnews.com.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not-so-wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver Plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast, nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho! And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's wireless company.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. A series of disturbances will keep us wet at times over the next few days. The risk of rain today, mainly through midday. High temperature up to about 59. Then another surge of rain comes in tonight and then departed today on Friday with another high of 59 on Friday. Then another disturbance brings in more rain by Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. I think the main event will be Sunday with rain and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the 50s. Colder air on Sunday night. Maybe a brief winter mix before the precipitation ends. Low in the lower 20s and a very cold day on Monday as Arctic air moves in. We could be in the teens Monday night. Wow. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
1819 News.
An Alabama pastor just got a shout out from President Trump. Mobile pastor Travis Johnson was recently featured in a New York Times article about how President Trump has put Christ back into Christmas. President Trump posted that article on Truth Social this week with a lot of Alabamians noticing. Johnson has traveled with President Trump for various events and also serves on the recently established Religious Liberty Commission. Johnson credits Trump for bringing faith, family, and freedom back into the White House and to the forefront of our country. Johnson says it's important for Americans in all situations to be able to express their faith without fear of persecution or retribution. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Some of the greatest blessings is just having people that care about you, to have someone that's just going to love you and make you feel important. They encourage you to be in church. They encourage you to be in prayer. They encourage you to be in your Bible. Now it's a part of my day every day. My house parents planted seeds in me that you can see where those seeds have sprouted in my life and helped change my life.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
A drug kingpin out of Mobile has been found guilty by a jury of running a criminal drug operation. Glennie McGee is being charged, along with multiple other people who assisted him in this criminal enterprise. That includes his wife, Ichanzda Maxey, who is found to have used her own children to transport the drugs in their school backpacks. This is the same case that blew up national headlines when McGee's lawyer was reprimanded by the judge for using artificial intelligence in his brief. The AI turned out to have created false case citations. Police in Ozark have arrested a Florida man for possession of 81 gallons of moonshine. 61-year-old Learndis Hamilton was pulled over in a traffic stop on January 9th, where the jugs of liquid were found. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun. ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG ETG Outdoors. Your ride to freedom starts here.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back.
This is like some pontoon boat music.
Yeah, it is.
Very 50-something days, folks.
Reported very dry, though.
I like it.
Like, that's literally just a Strat plugged in.
Dude, we can go up down the lake. You can play this all day long. Some beer.
Actually, I have 3 different guitar parts going.
Really?
And a bass part.
Joey, my boat ain't so big. I can't let so many people fit on there.
Well,
and plus, we want a lot of women on there, so.
One of these days, maybe just like for the fun of it, make a video. Why not?
Do you need a leading role, a leading man?
Yeah, no, I'll make you the singer.
Is he going to be able to wear his Speedo?
Yeah, you can do the Speedo. Like it's already, I'm already associated with you, so it's kind of in my style. Anyway, J.D. Vance just got done speaking in Minneapolis about need local officials to help federal officials. Is the main takeaway.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't understand.
Are you not
that?
cooperating on the worst of the worst? And
Don't
there's another example here where it's just people just straight up lie or they're just dumb. For instance, Elon Omar was putting this out that ICE targeted and abducted a 5-year-old child.
They're just lying. That's the thing, man.
ICE just detained a 5-year-old child. Don't tell us. This is about the worst of the worst. That's a lie. Absolutely vile, tweeted.
Okay,
Elon Omar, and the headline just reads from some crap local news station. 5-year-old boy among 4 students detained by ICE, according to school leaders. Here's what
going down that rabbit
Here's
hole.
what Homeland Security put out. ICE did not target a child. The child was abandoned. On January 20th, ICE conducted a targeted operation to arrest Adrian Alexander Conejo Arias.
Oh, Conejo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Conejo?
Conejo.
Conejo, yeah. An illegal immigrant from Ecuador who was released into the U.S. by the Biden administration. As agents approached the driver's car, he fled on foot, abandoning his child. For the child's safety, one of our ICE officers remained with the child while the other officers apprehended this guy. Parents are asked if they want to be removed with their children, or ICE will place the children with a safe person the parent designates. This is consistent with past administrations' immigration enforcement. Parents can take control of their departure and receive a free flight and $2,600 with the Customs Border and Patrol Home app. By using the CBP Home app, illegal aliens reserve the chance to come back the right legal way. But yeah, this is just the messaging game, the perception game. It's like, you evil Nazis, you abducted a child. And it's like, okay, what if the normal police show up at a domestic violence dispute? And in fact, both parents are at fault. What are you going to do with the kid?
That's what,
just leave it there?
That's what's so ridiculous about this. So putting that kind of messaging out, that's what gives people the wrong idea. That right there.
Yes.
Because it's, whether I like her or not, some people do look at her in a leadership position, so they do assume what she says is correct.
Right. So much is just, it's a prejudgment, it's a prejudice, and that's the name of the game right now. Here is Commander Bavino. Now, this guy is like right out of Central Casting, isn't he?
Yeah,
like he's the commander at large for all Customs Border Patrol ICE operations.
Till he works for Trump. He's got more than one job.
Yeah, and like he's just they're always making videos or where there was trouble, like in Minneapolis, he immediately shows up with the whole team and he's walking the streets. Like he's in the field sort of general.
Fulmer.
Oh, Emery Fulmer would be all about that sort of thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, I will say, Emery was mayor way too long.
Come on, Joey.
Some of our problems have
Those
to do
were
with
good
that.
times, Joey.
I agree.
Good times.
Maybe in the 70s and the 80s. But like some of those, and I remember Emery in the 90s when I was a kid. I still have that memory of where I'm in Little League Baseball. And it was like one of the honors night, and like all us kids are in line. And like he didn't say this, but just the look on Emery Fulmer's face, he was, hey, kid, and like put the mic to my face. He's like, what sort of slapdick comment you got for a kid? And like, he didn't say that, but just the tone was like,
I could see that from him.
Right.
I'm sorry, I could see that from him.
So I remember Emery Fulmer, but like, yeah, sometimes when you have the same leader for so long, you don't change what you need to.
True, but the one thing I know I was a lot younger and very different times, but do you think if he said, hey, Joey, I'm going to come on your show Wednesday at 2 o'clock, he was going to be here Wednesday at 2 o'clock?
Sure.
All right.
Well, honestly, I'm kind of like,
I know, I'm just
not
saying,
really interested in talking to the mayor right now.
I'm just saying that.
Right. Well, like Andrew Szymanski was supposed to be here Wednesday, but he actually did have something come up, and he texted me 2 days before saying, can we change the date? And I appreciate Andrew for doing that.
I like Andrew.
And by the way, he, along with 5 others, voted to advanced lobbying for a occupational tax and like the gun ID thing they tried to do without state approval, and I think 1 or 2 other things. See if it actually comes to pass. I just don't think the problem is like if they take 1% of everybody who works here's money, all of a sudden things are going to be great.
It's not. We all know that.
But every other city does it.
Joey, if your friends go jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge too?
Anyway, here is this Bavino guy out of Central Casting. You're right. He does have that Emery Fulmer.
Yeah, he does, man.
Emery Fulmer Apocalypse Now feel
He
to
does.
him. Let's listen in.
So as we were looking to conduct that targeted enforcement against some very vile criminals, we were met with resistance. One of those criminals that we were after was Victor Urice. Mr. Victor Urice, a target that we were after yesterday. This individual is a convicted felon from Mexico with serious weapons offenses, fleeing from police, and a criminal rap sheet so long that I can't remember it all. That's who we were after yesterday. Now, as we were after Mr. Urice, we were set up on riot.
I don't know if people actually out there can hear that is what my worry is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's on one channel. But he's essentially saying we're going after a real bad dude. And all of a sudden we just get resistance.
Yeah.
And this is happening over and over and over
That
again.
being said, though, he could have a little bit deeper voice, too. I mean, I was expecting...
You wanted a deeper voice?
I was expecting a little bit more...
I kind of like his tone, though, the way he was finishing those particular words. Sorry about that, folks. Thought the audio would actually be, good. But some of these press conferences, they aren't always
we hyped him up,
high
and
as
then
tech.
hey, so this guy...
You don't want Kermit being your commander?
No.
Well,
Another
maybe.
thing I liked about Fulmer, when that man spoke, you knew a man was speaking.
Okay, Eddie, you're going to be on the front line then.
That's exactly right. Okay, big guy.
Marry your wife, Bathsheba. I saw on the rooftop. You're going to be in the phalanx.
Of course I am.
Make fun of my voice again, bitch.
No thanks. No thanks, sir.
Moving on.
Okay.
You know how you like a good Stephen Miller clip?
Yes, I do. I like that guy.
We don't have a clip, but he put out a post.
Oh, Truth Social?
It's like one of those, no, on X. And it's one of those posts you got to add an A.
Oh.
That sort of thing.
Really?
He's posting. And here's what Stephen Miller writes.
Okay.
1 year ago today, after 10 years of persecution, 2 near assassinations, and the unrelenting wrath of the corrupt political class, an earthquake shook the depraved establishment to its core. President Trump achieved history's greatest and most astounding political victory. America saved. Providence fulfilled. In these last 12 months, in rapid succession, it's been one reversal of decline after another, one colossal win for America after another. Record border security, record deportation, record crime reduction, record inflation reduction, record tax reduction, record native job growth, record investment, record slashing of the trade deficit, record deregulations, record energy production, the dismantlement of DEI, trans insanity, and woke supremacy, dethroning the deep state and the tyranny of the bureaucracy, the revitalization of our national patriotism and glory in this, our 250th year, the resurrection of American culture, including the designation of English as the official language of the United States, the reassertion of American sovereignty, hegemony, strength, and Western civilization, the reawakening of the Monroe Doctrine and implementation of the Trump Doctrine, ending 8 wars, restoring the unrivaled might and lethal dominance of the American armed forces, and using those forces to secure our interest in our borders and to crush the cartels and foreign enemies of the United States, and the thrilling dawn of a new American age of superiority in space, technology, medicine, automation, computing, manufacturing, and the grand industries of the future as we once again reach for the limits of our infinite destiny. This is the golden age of America. A little over the top, but...
Yeah, but still.
But it's a nice little... rah, 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 rah. See why he used to have them open for him in his speeches.
Do you not feel like, I mean, honestly, you don't feel like we're on the precipice of something big?
Yes. No, I don't know if it's all good.
No.
I definitely feel like there's...
I don't think it's all good.
There's big stuff
happening. But I think on the backside, it'll be worth the sacrifice.
I just have a sense we're not going to get off that easy.
No, we got to
one
fight.
way or the other.
Anything we want, we got to fight for it.
Anyway.
No such thing as a free sandwich, man.
Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
It's old Skeeter, man.
Hey,
what up, Skeeter?
Remember, I'm the one that told y'all if Trump saved a drowning baby from the ocean, they'd start yelling he's starving the sharks.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, did y'all know that Obama gave Tom Homan a presidential medal for the same job he's doing now?
Didn't know it was
I did not know that.
Yeah, look it up. I believe it was in 2015. There's a picture of President Obama giving old Holman the medal, Presidential Medal of whatever, for doing the same job he's doing now.
Yeah, he received the 2015 Presidential Rank Award for Distinguished Service from President Barack Obama for his leadership in Immigration and Customs Enforcement, otherwise known as ICE, recognizing his exceptional results in immigration enforcement, particularly with enforcement and removal operations.
Yeah, just thought I'd give y'all that bone to chew on for a minute.
Appreciate it, Skeeter.
Thanks,
It's
Skeeter.
something else. The hypocrisy is to no end.
Oh,
It is
yeah,
crazy.
no doubt.
Crazy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, Skeeter.
Yeah, and that's, again, it's the bad faith where you're like, okay, you're not even entertaining
Not even
what
trying.
we're throwing down here.
That's why I get so just angry. You're not even trying.
Well, I think also that's continuing to be to generally the left's detriment.
Yeah.
Is that they don't even know what the right's up to. Like they think they do, and some very smart folks do, but because they're so caught up, so high on their own farts, like so high on their own supposed moral superiority.
Yeah.
And we're on the right side of history. They lack the imagination to actually understand what the game plan is from the right. And it shows.
Oh, it definitely shows. But did you see, I think it was Newsom that said it last night, or maybe it was yesterday, something to the fact that we are in their heads.
Oh, Newsom said that?
Yeah. I was like, what? Are you serious? You really think so? Who is in Davos?
Fake it till you make it, I guess.
You totally fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Works sometimes.
Well, and here is J.D. Vance. This is some of the Minneapolis speech he just gave.
Okay.
We got a few clips that just came out. So stick on topic here. And this is Vance saying, well, look at the effects of this enforcement operation just on, say, crime statistics.
In 2025, the biggest one 1-year drop in murders in the history of the United States of America. Significant reductions in violent crime. The reason why we have less violent crime is really two reasons. Number one, because we're enforcing the immigration laws and getting very violent criminals out of our country. And number two, because we're enforcing our criminal laws and putting guys who assault and murder behind bars. This is part of a broad effort to make us safe. And the chaos that people are seeing, and I understand there is frustration of the chaos, I'd say that we're doing everything that we can to lower the temperature, and we would like federal and state and local officials to meet us halfway.
Are you saying that they're not perceiving it correctly? Are you saying that they're not seeing that it's the tactics or the presence of the officers that are...
Look, I'm sure that people are seeing a lot of things that would make any member of our national community feel very upset. But I also think that if you understand this in context, this is the inevitable consequence of a state and local government that have decided that they're not going to cooperate with immigration enforcement at all. In fact, they're going to aggressively not cooperate. So here's a basic illustration of this. If you are an ICE officer and you have to arrest a person who's committed assault and is also an illegal alien, but the state and local officials won't help you identify that person, many of the things that people in Minneapolis are seeing that give them pause, that frustrate them, that worry them, that make them feel like things are too chaotic, many of these things are coming from the fact that there's no cooperation with state and local law enforcement. And I guess what I would tell people, again, many of whom are justifiably concerned and worried about what they're seeing in their communities, is why are we not seeing it anywhere else? We're seeing this level of chaos only in Minneapolis. LA and Chicago, we had some problems there. Pretty much every jurisdiction where these guys are operating, you don't see the same level of chaos. You don't see the same level of violence. You don't see the problems that we're seeing in Minneapolis. Maybe the problem is unique to Minneapolis, and we believe that it is. And it's a lack of cooperation between state and local law enforcement and federal law enforcement.
All right, then. I mean, he lays it out there pretty good, would you say?
Yeah, but it's just frustrating that that's what they're going to do. I live in a world where there's a law enforcement action going on. For one, I give them space, get out of their way. But the last thing I would ever think is that my state is going to try to interfere with a federal law enforcement program of any sort.
Yeah, and here we got a little bit more of Vance talking about just, meeting with the ICE officers there and what they're seeing, what they're saying.
Insurrection Act is interesting. I've tried to understand this as well as I possibly could. And my understanding is what the Insurrection Act, what invoking the Insurrection Act would allow the federal government to do is that it would allow the federal government to use the military for local law enforcement operations. Right now, we don't think that we need that. Now, the president could change his mind. Of course, things could get worse. But right now, we think that federal law enforcement officers can do the job of federal law enforcement. Now, what I do worry about, again, is if the chaos gets worse, if more and more ICE agents start getting assaulted, if other law enforcement officers start getting assaulted, that would be a real problem. But again, we have so much federal law enforcement resources here right now. We have so many people here that we do not want to have here. I do not want so many ICE officers in Minneapolis right now. I mean, good Lord, it's really, really freaking cold outside. But they're here not even to enforce immigration laws, but to protect the people from the rioters. That's an absurd state of affairs, and we wouldn't need it if we had a little bit more cooperation from the Minneapolis Police Department. Again, the Minneapolis Police Department, my understanding is that the actual beat cops on the ground, they would love to help out, but they're being told by somebody, I don't know if it's Mayor Frey, they're being told by somebody not to cooperate at all. What kind of a person tells their local police don't protect somebody if they're being assaulted by a rioter? It's crazy, and it's got to stop.
Here. It makes a lot of sense.
Not only that, what kind of person could you be to sit there and watch someone else get assaulted and
oh, it's special, yeah.
I mean, come on.
And it's just nuts. It's like, again, the playing dumb, the framing of the conversation by corporate media in particular. You don't hate these folks enough. Seriously. They are often just lying about what's going on. And even when they get all the so-called facts right, they're leaving out a lot of other facts.
Oh, sure.
They're factual but not truthful. And there's a lot of ways to pull that off while still hanging your hat on, well, it was technically right. No, that's worse than just lying outright, in my humble opinion.
Just like withdrawing and keeping something back, yeah.
But here is Vance talking about, well, what about American citizens being roughed up or arrested and stuff like that? That shouldn't happen, right?
Earlier this week, local law enforcement accused federal agents of racial profiling. Why are there so many U.S. citizens being caught up in this operation?
Well, I think your question assumes something that's not necessarily in evidence, which is that when there are American citizens who have been caught up in some of these enforcement operations, very often it is people who have assaulted a law enforcement officer. They're not being arrested because they violated the immigration laws. They're being arrested because they punched a federal law enforcement officer. That is a totally reasonable thing. Now, to the accusation of racial profiling, look, it's something that we take very seriously. We will take accusations of racial profiling back to Washington. We'll certainly look into them as they come up. But this is not a group that's going around and looking for people who violated the law based on skin color. They're looking for people who violated the actual law, the law of our immigration system in this country. And so long as we had more cooperation, I think they could do these things in a much more targeted way. They would actually know where some of the bad guys are. I mean, again, you hear things that are hard to believe, but I've confirmed that they are true. Sex offenders who we're trying to get off the streets, who the local officials won't tell us their last known address. So then the local officials say, oh my God, these guys are doing widespread targeted enforcement operations, when in reality, we would love to just go to one house. The local officials won't tell us which one house to go to.
There you go.
Ridiculous.
And it's the underlying reality of, the tactics being used right now. And it creates an ugly scene. That's certainly true.
Definitely. And there's the thought of division there, and that's what some people want, though. They want that division, man.
Well, and there's the whole, you didn't get a warrant. It's like, no, most of these folks, if not all of them, have removal orders from an immigration judge. Unless it's called an administrative warrant. You could, I guess, argue the constitutionality of administrative warrants, but the last time the Supreme Court looked at this, they said, cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the Bill of Rights just go towards an American citizen?
No, it does. We do extend certain, like we read Miranda rights to Maduro. He was shocked by it. So we do extend.
CYOA it, but
it's not so much like we believe they are truly inalienable rights endowed by God to individuals. There are certain civil rights within the Bill of Rights that aren't afforded to American citizens for certain. But these basic ones, like cruel and unusual punishment, these are, I think, rightfully so, basic human rights that should be upheld and protected. Now, again, people can be operating in bad faith and game the system and all these other things,
the problem we're having.
Claiming they're protecting those rights. While other people
that's where we're at now.
Are getting abused in the private tyranny of not enforcing the law. So it will never be a perfect system because we're human beings, we're men. But yes, I think it is wise to respect, no matter who you're taking in, basic human rights. I'm sure there are always, you can come up with an exception of like the Jack Bauer, tell me where the bomb is.
No, I'm more or less
that.
thinking if I, just whether it's immigration or not, if I'm a cop and I got to chase you down, I'm sorry, but between when I catch you and getting back to the patrol car, you're going to lose a few of your rights.
How are you going to do that?
Well, from experience, Joey, what I've learned is you encourage them to get back to the police car as quick as you can. Sometimes using a foot or a dog or the baton.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not running from you, but you ain't law enforcement either.
No.
So I don't have to run.
Don't run from me. You ain't going to run a bullet.
It's just like,
I ain't running.
One strategy is take your clothes off, and people are like, hey.
Honestly, if I'm ever fixing to just get a beating, I'm going to get it naked because I'm coming out of my clothes, man. I'd rather be known as the guy that got naked instead of the guy that got the crap beat out of him right there.
Police showed up his door and he took his clothes off.
Even the cops. Who wants to arrest a naked guy?
Nobody.
I'm too scared to just tase me. Okay.
Get on the ground. But you've built up a tolerance. It's like, you should see my bedroom, Doc.
Hit me again.
Jumper cables, baby.
That's something I don't get. We've played with Taser years when they first came out. I don't understand how people get hit and then just sit there and pull them out without blinking an eye.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I guess people just have higher tolerance, or maybe it's certain clothes you're wearing.
I guess. I just remember the first time I ever saw that, I thought that dude is Superman because I know what it felt like to get hit with a taser. I could not imagine at all reaching and just pulling them out.
Anyway, we got to hit another break here. In a second, I wanted to go to a story where apparently Barron Trump credited with saving a young lady's life.
I read that myself last night.
We'll share the story here in a second.
Love that.
This is part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson, the Goodson Group. And there at the Goodson Group, Bo has an understanding of the River Region real estate market. He's been helping buyers and sellers here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas for about half a century now. And not only can they help you buying and selling property there at the Goodson Group, but they have management services available should you want to rent out your home. Great idea in this market, especially as you're seeing the national environment around us. But if you've never managed property, have the Goodson Group do it for you for a reasonable fee. And then, of course, they're ready to just help you across the board with any of that real estate needs. Just check them out today. You can always go to thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. We'll be right back with the Barron Trump credited with saving a young woman's life after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage.
And I'm Madeline Cannon, and we have some exciting news to share with you. We've been serving the state of Alabama for many, many years, and now we are able and ready to offer the same great mortgage financing in Georgia and Florida as well.
Our company may be Alabama Home Mortgage, but now we can finance your Georgia home mortgage and your Florida home mortgage too. We couldn't be more excited to extend our customer base to our neighboring states. For years, we have had customers call us in hopes we could assist them with purchasing their vacation cabin in North Georgia or their dream home in Florida. And now we can. For those of you who have family and friends that live in Florida and Georgia, be sure to tell them the good news.
Whether you are looking to purchase or refinance a home located in Alabama, Georgia, or Florida, you owe it to yourself to give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time.
It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi, this is Tom and Abby with Trademark Coins and Currency in Montgomery. We are the River Region's only veteran-owned and operated coin shop with over 40 years experience in the industry. At Trademark Coins and Currency, we are always buying, selling, and trading coins, currency, silver and gold bullion, and scrap gold and jewelry. We offer free appraisals as well as professional coin grading and are conveniently located off Vaughn Road in Montgomery. Visit us on the web at trademarkcoinsandcurrency.com or stop by the shop anytime. And remember,
don't be a chump and come to the best coin shop in the Gump.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. A series of disturbances will keep us wet at times over the next few days. The risk of rain today, mainly through midday. High temperature up to about 59. Then another surge of rain comes in tonight and then departed today on Friday with another high of 59 on Friday. Then another disturbance brings in more rain by Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. I think the main event will be Sunday with rain and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the 50s. Colder air on Sunday night. Maybe a brief winter mix before the precipitation ends. Low in the lower 20s and a very cold day on Monday as Arctic air moves in. We could be in the teens Monday night. Wow. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The holidays may be over, but the bills don't have to weigh you down. Let ASE Credit Union help lighten your financial load with our special post-holiday loan options. Visit us online at yourasecu.com or stop by one of our branches to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Those that think I'm a very stable genius.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, as promised, Barron Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember that moment after Trump was elected where he had the big party and Barron stand up and he did the wave and then he did the Hulk Hogan where he put his hand to his ear and you could just see Donald, the president, was so proud in that moment.
My boy.
Yeah, there might be a future for that
guy. I think so.
But Barron Trump is being credited with saving a woman's life after she was being attacked by her ex-boyfriend in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
The revelation came from the woman who told a London court that Barron Trump's quick thinking saved her life. According to the report, 22-year-old Matvey Rumianstev, or something like that, strong British name, became jealous of his girlfriend's friendship with Barron and started assaulting her.
I couldn't see that part.
Barron reportedly picked up a FaceTime call to see this guy allegedly beating his friend. Barron then jumped into action and called UK police at 999, I don't know if they say it that way, to tell operators that his friend was being assaulted. Snaresbrook Crown Court played the audio in court where Trump's youngest child was reportedly heard saying, "I just got a call from a girl I know. She's getting beaten up." Barron gave the police the woman's address before saying, "It's really an emergency, please. I got a call from her with a guy beating her up. Yeah. She called me. I picked up the phone expecting a nice hello or something," Barron reportedly told police. "I just saw a ceiling and could hear screaming. I could see a guy's head on the phone, and then the camera turns to her crying and getting hit. I called you guys. That was the best thing I could do. I wasn't going to call back and threaten things to him because that would just make the situation worse." Yep. The woman said the call from Barron Trump was a sign from God as she explained to jurors how Barron would call her. She told jurors he would call me and that she missed a few from him before the call, which eventually connected and led to him calling the police. "He helped save my life. That call was like a sign from God that at that moment." Wow.
Yep. I read that last night.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the video here where he's getting the cheers. He's a tall kid, tall young man.
He is the time traveler.
Caesar will be a young man.
Tell you.
There's a lot of folks that think in those terms.
I'm glad that he had the wherewithal to make the right call. He didn't sit there and what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'll do nothing.
Certainly not.
He got involved. Yeah.
Right, or just ignore it, or like start threatening the guy or anything like that.
That
So,
show's
pretty
kind of
great.
cool under pressure there, buddy.
Pretty great.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Now, don't want to spend too much time on this, but it's being reported exclusively for the Daily Wire by Mary Margaret Houlihan. Houlihan.
From MASH?
Very cute reporter. She's now in the White House press corps.
I was thinking Houlihan.
Very Catholic, very
Captain Houlihan.
gorgeous.
Major Houlihan.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll stop that.
Okay.
But President Trump's administration is ending the use of human fetal tissue in federally funded research. Good. Effective immediately, National Institutes of Health funds will no longer be used for research that involves the fetal tissue of aborted babies. That policy will apply to all NIH grants, cooperative agreements, transaction awards, research and development contracts, and the NIH Intramural Research Program. The move is a significant win for the pro-life movement, which has long pushed for the United States to respect the dignity of the unborn, whose tissue is bought by researchers after abortions. Under the first Trump administration, the president banned intramural use of aborted fetal tissue, meaning research conducted within the United States government facilities. This time, Trump's NIH is going further, stating that it will not fund any research involving tissue from aborted babies. The Institute frames the move as a significant milestone in the Trump administration's efforts to modernize biomedical science and accelerate innovation, but it comes just one day after the annual March for Life, a significant nod to the pro-life Americans gathered in Washington who have worked for years to arrive at this moment. Only 77 projects use human fetal tissue were funded by NIH during the fiscal year 2024, declining steadily since 2019, NIH says. Simultaneously, other advances offer alternatives that can drive discovery while reducing ethical concerns. Advances in tissue chips, computational biology, organoids, and other platforms. Organoids? What the heck is that? I guess fake organs?
That's what I'm thinking.
So I think that is a good step in the right direction. And it's just like you hear that and you go, well, I hesitate to even talk about it because it's a horrifying thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just how cavalier some folks can be
Yeah,
about it. I know not everybody is. But man, like, I think they're going in the right direction with that.
Yeah, I don't think I got a problem with that at all.
With that choice. Now, let's go to something a little more local.
Okay.
City of Montgomery will lobby legislators to approve a 1% occupational tax during the 2026 legislative session. Members of the Montgomery City Council approved the resolution 6, and I think actually it says 6-3 here in this report, but I think the 3 against abstained.
Okay.
The members who didn't vote for the resolution were Ed Grimes, Julie Beard, and Glenn Pruitt. The slate of bills also includes Anaya's law and an anti-constitutional carry legislation. The whole...
Here we go again.
Montgomery City Council passed an occupational tax in 2020, but state lawmakers and Governor Kay blocked the measure by enacting a law requiring such levies to be approved by the legislature. An occupational tax would require every individual employed within Montgomery, whether they live in the city or reside in another area, to pay 1% tax from each paycheck they receive. Now, I don't know what the future hope of this is with the lobbying efforts. At least they're now doing it in the sense of we're lobbying the state. We're not just passing this stuff unilaterally. But
so what's that mean? That they're promising the state they'll give you some of the money on the backside?
Yeah, and because there's also a lot of state workers that work in Montgomery. That's the initial reason the state pushed back.
Why can't you go the other route? Why can't you make the city so wonderful that people want to live here instead of forcing them? Well, so a lot of people are just stuck, but then you're going to force them, the ones that have moved out. Well, because you still come to Montgomery, you're going to have to pay additional monies. Okay, well we just quit coming to Montgomery. I mean, what's the road you're on here? What's the trail you're trying to do besides just shake folks down for more money? And that's all it is. It's a shakedown. They don't need no more money. Look at all the crap going on in town. They don't need no more money. They're just shaking us down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably good, pretty good chunk of change, 1% off the top of everybody's paycheck.
What
That
happened
works
to
here.
that, remember that 10%, 1 cent sales tax that was temporary? Good old Todd? Not knocking Todd, like Todd. However, We were sold a bag of goods, and us fools keep signing right back up to buy the next one.
So we'll see if that bears any fruit. I hope it doesn't.
Just tell them no. Everybody take
And
a
I'm happy to
photocopy of
hear,
their
like,
middle finger.
when we have Szymanski on again, I'm happy to hear his logic.
Sure.
And why he thinks it's necessary. But, yeah, my initial, I don't like taxes is my first blush.
Okay.
Especially, like, when it's local government. I'm like, the feds, I'm sort of just resigned
I have no choice. I don't. It doesn't do any good for me to scream at the feds. Sorry, but
Right, and same thing with the state, like, especially with the overtime tax.
Dude.
But, like, how they remove they put it back on, so to speak.
Right.
But... And I don't even work overtime. Like, it's not affecting me personally.
neither do
it's
they,
the principle
Joey. That's
of the
why
matter.
they're not afraid of stealing people's money. They don't work for it either.
No, but we have to give the kids
That's
the
a-
education. Actually, we need the
Again,
teacher pay raises.
why don't we turn to those people and go, "You're full of BS. Go away."
Yeah.
Instead of voting them right back in.
Well, we'll see.
You know what's going to happen.
Well, we'll see.
Sheep.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Joey?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing, TS?
I'm percolating. What have they stated what they're going to use the 1% occupational tax for?
I don't think there's a specific thing. I think it would be kind of an all of the above. For instance, they just bought that property downtown. And the mayor in particular wants a big old convention center down there. I don't know if it'll be that, but, that's going to cost a lot of money. You'll need to get a new bond issuance, I think, to do that.
Well, I mean, that's the old Montgomery advertiser building.
Yes.
My thing is, if they're going to charge all of these people that drive from all around everywhere to work in Montgomery, if it's designated for education specifically, then maybe.
Well, but the city doesn't run education.
They'd steal that anyway.
Well, who does?
The county.
County.
And not the county commission, the Board of Education.
Right.
Oh.
Just a little bit further, hard to reach.
It's just not right.
It's not right.
I just don't get it.
They want more money to do more stuff.
I want a raise, and I want to do nothing for it, Joey. Just a raise.
But what are they doing?
Nothing.
I mean, Montgomery is our capital city of Alabama, and look at it. It's decrepit.
Yep.
Yeah, we're already pretty well budgeted for a lot more police than we
We got the money to do stuff. We're just not doing it. So when they're crying for more money, no.
Well, okay, then, oh, we need to designate where the money's going. Specifically. That's just my 2 cents worth.
Well, even
I'll
if we
let
do
you guys
that,
go.
they're just going to
Appreciate it,
lie
TS.
about it. I mean, they're just flat out lie about it.
Yeah, unless they straight up earmark it. Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Hi, it's Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Sorry, I got no voice left, but I heard Eddie say that Todd put that 1% in and raised it from 9 to 10. That was Bobby Bright.
Bright. I'm sorry. It was Bright.
okay.
You're right.
Sorry, Todd.
Sorry, Todd.
Yeah.
Have another one for me, Todd.
And it was just going to be temporary.
Temporary. That's the part yeah.
And we knew as soon as they put it in that they would never take the dang thing away.
Because they don't do that. They've never taken taxes away.
I know. Anyway.
Thank you,
Y'all
Pat.
have a blessed day.
You too. Thanks, Pat.
Let's go to line 3. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, this is Sam calling from Pike County.
Sam.
Hey, gentlemen. Oh, it's a beautiful day out here. Anyways, earlier in the show, you were asking about when we were going to get some pushback against the robot.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, labor is a major part of any business's cost of operation. And I was looking at these robots, and I was thinking when the teachers union, they're going to get upset when we start replacing teachers with these robots. And, well, have you noticed these robots, I've seen different brands, and they got that white plastic. They're white robots. And when we start replacing these black teachers, it's just going to cause a racket, okay? And, hello?
Wait, you're saying that the people are going to say it's racist to get robot teachers?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's going to be with the union, that'll be their argument. It's just not right. Can you picture the robot teacher and all the kids sitting in class and they've got their ankle bracelets on, and if they get out of line, the teacher just zaps them, it's a brave new world. And
Robot Teacher coming to NBC Thursday nights this spring.
That's it. It's shocking, very shocking. That's all I got, man. Bless you. How about that?
Appreciate it.
At least you wouldn't have to worry about the teacher sleeping with the students anymore.
No, I was about to say. We got ourselves a case of robot human love.
Ooh, that's happened. I've seen the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Virginia. Hey, Virginia, how are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
We're all right.
I have something on my mind that let me turn this radio down.
Yes,
sorry. I don't know if any of you watch Mark Levine, but I always watch his program on Saturday and Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this last week he told about a book that, and he had the author on, Peter Schweitzer.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked Peter to, of course, mostly to do the talking. And Peter told about, well, it was about his book. And the name of the book is The Invisible Coup. And it is about, well, the lettering on the front page says how American elites and foreign powers use immigration as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I have just read the introduction. I just got it this morning. And I can't wait to get into the book itself, but I think it's going to be great, and I just wanted to recommend it to any of you folks there who are working.
And it's called The Invisible Coup by Peter Schweitzer, who's a great author, and I believe it. I'm interested myself.
Oh, good. I hope you check into it and can tell others about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Virginia. Let's go to East of the Rockies. Hey, East.
What up, East?
Hey, I just wonder if we do have robot teachers, is Sting going to write an addendum to his "Don't stand so close to me"? I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
So, hey, this idea, did I hear you correctly that everyone who works in Montgomery, whether they live here or not, are going to pay a 1% income tax?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it an occupational tax.
Occupational tax.
Breathing tax.
And say again?
Just a breathing tax, but yeah.
It's a breathing tax. Will I be represented if I live in Elmore County?
Nope. No, we just take your money.
I see. So I have to pay a toll
Yep.
to come to the capital of my state.
Yep.
Work.
And work.
Yep.
All right. Well, they're just dissuading me from wanting to do anything to improve the city, man. It's a drag.
Yep.
Indeed it is. I like that term. It's a drag.
It's a drag, man.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm an old hippie. Hey, look, you guys have a great day, and thank you for the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. East.
Appreciate you.
See you, brother.
Oh, got to hit a quick break. I'm sorry, I'm running out of time here. This part of the program, again, brought to you by Dylan Rings. Hey, if you are in the market for an engagement ring, kind of the season where fellas start asking for, that lifelong love, the vows, the commitment, well, make sure that commitment is done the right way, especially if you want a custom-designed engagement ring. Josh Ryder is the guy to go see. And, of course, they also have a lot in stock that are also very, very beautiful. So check them out today. That's Dylan Rings. You can always stop by at 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway, and be sure to tell them that Joey, that fellow on the radio, sent you to go buy an engagement ring.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Oh, wait, that Fox News reporter went to Everest? Man. And yeah, you got to get your body in shape. Yeah. You got to work your tail off. Wow. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, maybe I have to check that out. Let's go to Ray Bowles of Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
What up, Ray?
Hey, guys. Well, I'm giving up the carpet gig for the weekend. I'm being a chauffeur.
Oh, is that right?
Angie had ankle surgery, and we're headed back from Columbus. She's in the back seat. I make a good chauffeur. I'm driving really well. I haven't made her car sick yet.
That's a plus.
Got her a little bit of food.
That's a big plus. I was going to ask you if you've taken care of the snacks.
Yeah, Matt's already taking care of the snacks. Got her plenty of drinks in here, and going back and get her some really good meds and put her in bed and keep her there for the next 4 days.
Dude, Ray, you know what you're doing here.
I'm going to try. But she can't put any weight on this thing for like a month.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'll be a chauffeur for a month.
Wow. Is she going to get the little
she
boot?
She can't get too mad at me because I can just, on the boot's for a month after this.
Wow.
She's got a month where she can't put any weight on it, and a month with the boot, and then 6 months, like 4 months of therapy after that.
Well, she must have used to have to kick you in the butt quite a bit to hurt her foot like that.
Well, she used to run like crazy. I always told her that's not a smart idea. You should not run.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
I don't have that problem. But if you ever see me running, you better run.
You better run too. That's right.
That's the only reason I'm going to be running, because something bad's behind me. Y'all better all join. And now I'm looking like the smart one because she's in the back with this. You got to see her foot. It's all bandaged up. Yeah. So if you see me parking the handicap zone in Prattville for the next month, really, Angie did have surgery. Because I want to you getting some dirty looks. When
I bet you are.
So, but hey, we are still selling floors. All the guys are at work. Call us 285-8117. We'll come out and give you that free measurement. We got a ton of good prices right now from all that stuff I bought at the sale. So right now it's a great time. If you're even thinking about doing any part of the house, give us a call.
Just that simple, folks. 285-8117. And be sure tell them you heard Ray Bowles, the chauffeur, on the air with Joey and Eddie.
Guys, y'all have a great day.
See you, Ray.
Let's very quickly steal some time. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Hey, good, Joey, Eddie. How we doing?
Pretty good, man.
That's all right.
Awesome. It seems to me that we went through this carousel with it was either a county or a city tax of Montgomery they were trying to vote on years ago, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, they tried initially, so this approach now is to just lobby to change the state law blocking them.
I was going to say, if we'd actually have the people's vote on it, and then go look at Lee County with their awesome school systems and everything. When I worked up there, they had occupational tax.
Right.
But they were putting it to good use.
That's just it. Nobody trusts them to spend the money correctly. I think we've all learned that lesson here.
Well, can't have
nothing.
nothing.
They shouldn't. Well, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank you, Josh. Take care, buddy.
And I appreciate you, Eddie.
I appreciate you, Joe.
No, I appreciate you even
you're the
more.
man.
Oh, I appreciate you appreciating me.
Look at these beautiful people.
And I appreciate you, and
really
I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you.
Appreciate you, Joe.
I appreciate you more if you brought
I
snacks.
appreciate you.
Hey, well, you should.
Oh, wow.
Love you.
Love you more. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday edition.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's River.